I totally did not have the wrong scene. No. Could not be me. Me starting with the stream ended one. I forgot it was set to that. Oh well. Screw me. But yeah, hi again. I think, well, there were a few people yesterday, but basically the plan is, while my cat complains at me, let's see, I can't even hear if he meows at me, to continue Gerda, because there's so many games I want to play, so I definitely want to finish that up. Let me just quickly check something, because somebody released something that I obviously need to download. But yeah, if anyone's there, feel free to let me know how you're doing. I'm going to switch to the game pretty soon. So, yeah. Come to think of it. No, yeah, I can I can see chat while I'm gaming. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so we're gonna switch the music off for now. I wanted to start stream when the sad corpse one stopped, but alas, I still had a cat on my arm, and he was a bit reluctant to get off, and that is why you got a tiny bit of the other song. So, but we're going back together, and we learned a lot about Second World War and the Second World War yesterday, with Gerda, who is half German and half Danish. And we learned about the German occupation that happened in Denmark in 1939 and the fuel shortages and everything. And like, she finished nursing school and she's working in a local clinic, and we dealt with some black market dealers to get some art supplies for the husband that was taken away by German soldiers. And now we're kind of involved in the whole sneaky espionage business of the oh god, what is it? What is it called, or what would it be called? Revolutionary Front, I guess? Why is it not taking... there we go. Took away. So we have Lever and we have Gerda. So we're continuing with Gerda, and it's a very chill game. Lots of reading by yours truly. I hope nobody minds that. If not, feel free to skip this game. But yeah, I'm really trying to get back into streaming properly again. I also reworked the channel rewards. I do have some older music ones. There's more obviously if you use the blurb extension, but other than that, yeah, I do still have some old school ones.
Inspector Stahl wants to ask me some questions.
I know he does, but we also need to... damn it, it looks like we don't have any choice. Okay. Let's go! I'm not even gonna listen to that. Our husband was arrested, so yeah. Let's go. But yeah, okay. Maybe there was an issue with the video, we'll see. Do feel free to let me know. So here we are. So overall it's a point and click. We have some, this is very D&D, we spend one of any of these if we use it for like chance rolls or something. So it gives something blooms before me. I have to find out what happened. Into the lion stand. Is there anything outside I can use? I should head inside, damn it. Okay. No other option. Yeah, police station. Well, it's also a Gestapo. State your name and business. I'm not reading that other shit. Gerda Larsen. I'm here to see the criminal inspector. He looks me up and down before scanning the list of names written on a sheet of paper lying on the table. Gerda Larsen. Yes, of course. Aren't you the nurse who helped the burn victim from 5th Company? The criminal inspector's office is just across the hall. His secretary will announce you. Door. Behind it I can hear the sound of footsteps and the clacking of typewriter keys. It sounds like they're having a busy day. Do we really care? No. His arms seem to be following me everywhere. Ugh. Okay. There's nothing I can do here. I do like the frosted screens. I'll go in there in a second. Halt. The guard's hand rests on the gun holster by his side. Where do you think you're going? Is this not the way to restrooms? It most assuredly is not. Now turn around. Okay. It's better than nothing at all. The woman looks up from her typewriter as I enter. Gerda! Do we know her? Dearest cousin, I don't know what to say. Are you alright? Oh. Cousins. Oh god, there's too many connections. Are you here to see the criminal inspector? Do you need to sit down? Be nice. She could be useful. This is terrible. I can't believe your husband would do something like this. He always seemed like such a nice person. Anders hasn't done anything wrong. No, of course not. Well, I hope he didn't actually do anything. I'll go tell the criminal inspector that you're here. Wow, this is already great because she already suspects that he's guilty when there is no proof. Herr Kriminalinspektor, Frau Larsen is here to see you. Go right on in. Is there nothing else? Is there nothing I can swipe in this room? No. I'd want to hit her with the fucking typewriter, but maybe not the smartest idea. Stahl is sorting through a stack of papers on his desk. As he looks up, I briefly catch a look of utter exasperation in his eyes. Good. Then he smiles. I feel the hairs on my neck stand on end. Ah, Frau Larsen, you're here. How is that guy courting her best friend? Please, have a seat. We're complying. We're playing this smart. I take it you're here to see your husband. I am. Well, I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. Your husband is not cleared for visitors at the moment. Unconsciously tighten my grip around Anders' glove, which I keep in my pocket. Then, when can I see him? All in due time, Frau Larsen. But first, if you'll indulge me, I'd like to share a story. Right, great. Are you aware, madam, that this region of Denmark is home to quite a number of terrorists? Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna be that fucking dumb. And I'm not gonna play that dumb. This is maybe too strong, and this is maybe too weak. Oh. Wait, we have good wit about ourselves. Let's go with their nuisance. They pretend they're helping the common man, but they just hurt everyone around them. Quite right. I'm sorry, resistance. Calm the fuck down. They're too cowardly to fight in the open like our brave German soldiers or even those tenacious English. You were beaten by fucking code. So we must hunt them. We must dig through the brambles of these little towns and pick out the vermin one by one so they do not disrupt our noble enterprise. Darling, you did not find the hidden letters in the chicken coop because the smell bothered you. So, I don't know about that. And one of your men tried to swipe her grandmother's purse. How about that? Tell me, Frau Larsen, how well do you know your neighbors? Not very. Which is true. I don't know the neighbors. I don't believe you. This is a small town and many people pass through a clinic, and as good Christians we want to help our neighbors, do we not? It depends on what they are doing. Precisely this, Frau Larsen, precisely this. Who knows what the man next door is hiding in his shed, what the woman in town has tucked away in her attic. But the soft-hearted among us help just the same. These people are our friends after all. He's calling me soft-hearted. Only now and then the help we offer is corrupted into something vile. That fuel we gave them to warm their stoves is instead used to burn a factory full of dutiful workers. And what, may I ask, do you think someone should do if they have offered such help? I have to say come forward, because otherwise I immediately seem complicit. How am I supposed to get out of this? Just so, there is always the possibility of redemption. Case in point, a local came to me the other day, all nerves and knotted shoulders. It was clear the citizens' conscience weighed heavily on them. They wanted absolution and I offered it. What do you think this person did? Accepted the absolution? Indeed. I want to be good with them because I'm going to fuck them over later. The informant divulged the nefarious doings of their so-called friends. I swear it's her best friend. Of course I am a lawman. I could not simply take their word for it. Details needed to be corroborated, times verified, individuals questioned. So I took a memento, this ring. Stahl places a ring on the table. It is gold with a modest diamond in the center. A well-forged bond yields a bountiful harvest. A rather optimistic inscription. The informant's ring. Okay, what do you think of it? It's simple. Perhaps, but the ring has a certain rustic elegance to it. Of course, the ring itself is of little value. But it is a symbol of the person's obligation, their redemption. If they are lying, it represents who we can punish. But if they are honest, it will be returned to them and their trust will be paid tenfold. Do you understand, Frau Larsen? It's a promise. Indeed so. With that in mind... I'm sorry, Resistance, come on. I have some questions for you. For me? Where? Hi, Dr. Beauty! Or Kiva now, not Killer anymore. How have you been? I haven't seen you in such a long time. And I've not got a stream in ages. And yeah, a few things changed around here. So now that I'm not mortified being on camera all the time, because I've been dealing with like a chronic illness for a year, I feel more comfortable streaming like this now. I hope you've been well. It's been so long, but it's so lovely to see you. And now I have to remember, did I make a command? Because I don't remember my commands anymore. Because I was just the other day, I was like, wait, I have a chatbot. Wait, I have custom commands. I'm like, I don't remember anything. Stream looks good, thank you. I mean, the covers are the same, but like having the avatar is definitely super cool. Which doesn't make me an official VTuber or anything, but it is what it is. I have to make one because I don't see one, and I actually don't know what the normal shoutout command is on Twitch anymore because I've only streamed like I think twice now. I'm gonna have to make a custom command. So let me just quickly see. I can do that right away because I will forget because now I know that I have to a certain degree autism and ADHD, so that explains a lot. So I guess that means that your whole stream is now named Beauty Kibber, I guess. I don't know what they are. What is this? HTTPS. I'm literally doing that while I'm streaming, but hey, it's worth it. Twitch.com, on twitch.tv as usual. Why did I flip this around? Activate command. That should be working. Let's see. Yes, because if your handle changed, this works as well. And it's so easy to do. So for me, oh yeah, right. Nazi Gestapo asshole trying to ask questions. He rubs his forehead in mild annoyance. Yes, for you. Oh, thank you. Oh yeah, because I got the new emotes, right? Because actually, I've been very active with my bun girl in Final Fantasy 14, and I've gotten quite the following, especially on Instagram with her pictures. But I'm also on Blue Sky and on Twitter, but that's specifically those accounts. But I had some emotes made, and I was like, why not? They're cute. So even though this is a fox girl, true to my tattoos and everything, I figured I'll have my bun emotes for the stream as well. Let me just see my. But yeah, no, it's pretty cool. I'm glad with it. But yeah, I hope you've been keeping well. Have you been streaming a lot over the last year? Because I think I always browse Twitch a tiny bit when I can, but I haven't seen you online, at least not at those times. But my work times changed again in September, so it doesn't leave a lot of room on occasion. Yeah, it's for you now. Can you tell me where your husband was going after he left home yesterday? He was off to work. You've decided to cooperate. That's a good start. Sorry, Resistance. I feel so bad. And your husband currently works at the mechanic shop Larsen and Burgard, correct? Yes. We're very... Oh, was I not supposed to say that? Fuck. Have you seen Herr Brogard since yesterday? Good enough questions. We both know this is not why I'm here. You want something from me, so please get to the point. Very good. As soon as it's been sporadic, say yes and no. So same as me. I think most of us, though, I think all my friends who were streaming, I think only one of them is currently still streaming more or less. I wouldn't say regularly, because Davashi is just Davashi, but he obviously still streams DBD, which I've given up a long time ago. Granted, Alien and Chucky are very tempting, but I don't know shit about any new perks and abilities and maps and nothing. Friends are trying to push me into Lethal Company and Phasmophobia, though, which I actually almost never played. I've played Phasmo twice and never with people. You're sharp, I respect that very well. Well, we play dumb and then we play sharp. I need you to talk to your husband. Suddenly the phone on Star's desk starts to ring. Apologies, I have to take this. Please wait outside, Fräulein Klein will keep you company. Whew. Okay, we got out. We're technically in good terms with the occupation, with whom I have a bone to pick, because one of the fuckers tried to steal our grandmother's necklace. Sal's busy talking on the phone, but I bet it won't be long before he comes back. I should use this time to have a little look around. Maybe I can find something that will help me free Anders. That's what I want. There might be some valuable information here. Check. I can't look at this while Charles is in the room. A map of the Sonderville of our region. All these dots. They must mark the place where the resistance has been operating. Scary, isn't it? Guys often at the door to Star's office. I probably need replay to be good in this. He sure has been getting an awful lot of calls. Oh, let's try. I had good stats. No, I don't think that's a good idea. I'm sorry, Gerda. They appear to be part of a report of some sort. It's a report that details what happened at the factory yesterday. Oh! She spreads her arms out to cover the pages. Sorry, but you're not allowed to read that. It's strictly confidential even if you are family. Damn, seems like I can't read this while Child is still in the room. How do I get her out though? I can't leave yet. I need to know more about what happened to Anders. Okay, but what am I supposed to do? What is this? Filled with remedies for worn out offices. I can only click open. There's a bottle of clear schnapps in there. Charlotte notices me eyeing the liquor cabinet. I would love to offer you a drink, but I should really ask Herr Stahl first. It seems like I can't do anything. I know, but how do I get rid of her? The latest edition of the Nord Schleswig-Holstein. How am I supposed to get her out of the room, though? I'm gonna have to restart this chapter. I need to find a reason to get her out. Okay, the only option I see is like talking to her. Do you need anything? Yeah, get her to leave the room. I begin to sway dizzily from side to side. This is too much for me. I'm not feeling well. Yeah, I figured you were still playing DVD. I mean, you're fantastically good at it. Oh, you poor dear, please sit down. I'll go get you a glass of water. Just wait right here. It took me way too long. Scoot! Don't have a lot of time left. Come on. I need this. It says that measures were taken to prevent the attack. Apparently they received a tip from an unnamed informant detailing the plans for how the resistance group would approach. But apparently the informant given was slightly outdated. Okay, the snitch knew about the plans, so it means the person who snitched wasn't part of the inner circle, or did they just want to deliberately mislead the Nazis? Anders' name has been filed as one of the core saboteurs. What were they doing out there? I want the... I hastily rummage. They're filled with case files. Come on, come on. Oh, I find a file marked with a familiar name. Algot Westergaard, the wealthy factory owner. His daughter is Margit, one of my close friends. I wonder what he's doing in here. He's always been very friendly towards the Nazi invaders, but from what it says here, it seems like the Gestapo is beginning to doubt his loyalty. They note that they will have to keep him under close surveillance. Okay, I hope it doesn't turn out badly for her sake. Okay, Nothing. Waste of time. Yeah, that's all I could do. Dang it. I should have gone for the cabinet. He has to go. Now, where were we? Frau Larsen is here to request a visit with her husband. Yes, thank you, Fräulein Klein. I'm afraid it's out of the question. Isn't there anything I can do? He rubs his chin thoughtfully. Well, Herr Larsen seems rather reluctant to provide us with any information, but perhaps... Yes, perhaps we may be able to use you to our advantage. Oh yeah, that sounds great. You may be able to convince him that it would be in his best interest to cooperate. I'll try, so please allow me to talk to him. I'm gonna stay quiet on this one. Think about it. I have a small window of time in the afternoon. Come back later today. Now I have some things to attend to. Please excuse me, ladies. Been only playing DVD. Chucky's super fun to go against. Okay, because I've only actually seen people playing him as a killer. Which does look super fun, obviously, because he's, well, about the height of the other half of the twins. I've actually not really seen a lot about the alien. I've not seen anything. Like, I've seen some gameplay, but I have no idea how the mechanics work. Should I talk to her again? Can I get her back out of the room? I'm sorry, Gerda. I wish there was something I could do. It's fine, I'll handle it. I hope we meet again soon, dear cousin, under happier circumstances. Well, at least I got 1 point. Oh, not him again. Oh, Gerda, wait. Did you hear about the banquet? What banquet? The banquet that the Vestergaards are hosting at their residence this Sunday. I haven't. Oh, but it's going to be the most splendid party. Yeah, great. We talked about my husband being in jail, and now you're talking to me about a banquet. Woman, I don't know what you think about you, but this is not the time for it. The Westergaards never settle for less than perfect extravagance. Great. So, do you think you'll be attending? I know that the daughter Margaret is a very close friend of yours. She suddenly looks flustered, although given the current circumstance I completely understand if you'd rather let go. I'll think about it. Of course. Gives a faint smile. Goodbye, cousin. Do I have to run into this dipshit? As I exit, spot Reinhard loitering in the hall. I'm already at -2 with that asshole. So you had a chat with the big boss, huh? I did. I'm trying not to be rude because I'm already at -2. Listen, we might be able to help each other out here. From the look on your face, I take it that he wouldn't let you see your husband. It's likely for the best, you know. His face is probably all... No. But if you help me out, I can promise to keep him safe. Well, safer. Well, I can even arrange a private visit between the two of you. What's the catch? He smiles. All I need is your help getting me into the doctor's clinic tonight. I can't do that. Sure you can. Are you worried that the old codger will discover us? No need to fret about it. We'll be out of there before he notices anything's amiss. I just need a few bottles from your storage depot, of penicillin specifically. How do you know we store it? Well, I saw it, of course. Clear as day when the two of us were in there yesterday. Why did you take the painkillers then? What? Why did you take the painkillers and not the penicillin? He's so small. I mean, that's always been the appeal. I mean, Chucky, obviously Child's Play specifically. I mean, up to, what is it, Deceit of Chucky, when it becomes very, very comedic. But Child's Play, I actually hadn't seen the Child's Play films before because they were much, much older. But I did see Chucky's Bride as the first one, and obviously as a teen who enjoyed slasher and gore, I was very much into it. I fucking love Tiffany, like the whole, as a back then probably baby bat. Yes, the whole goth styling of her as a doll was fantastic to me. So, no, I definitely love it. So it's great to see an iconic character like that coming into the game. He looks a bit rattled. A deal like ours will work better if you ask fewer questions. Now, what do you say? I help you and you help me. And why should I trust you? You helped them break into my home. You nearly broke his nose. Look, Frau Larsen, I'm a simple soldier. I get an order, I need to execute it. I don't have anything personal against you or your husband. I suppose you are taking a risk. I'm sorry, dates. Trusting me with all this information. I'll consider it. Good. I think this could be a beneficial arrangement for us both. I'll give it some thought. I'm not gonna try to threaten him, but he fucking tried to steal Grandma's pearls. Oof. Okay, I didn't even see what that said. Dun dun dun. Oh yeah, I'm glad you've been keeping well, and I'll definitely try to drop by.
They put on friendly faces. They smile at you when you walk down the street. They hold doors open and make space under their umbrellas. But behind it all, there's a quiet menace. All their niceties mask a sinister motive. Their eyes cannot help but scan and study you. They look for weaknesses which can be exploited. And you shiver under the gaze of the Gestapo, no matter what promises they make.
Okay, so you always have to run down and then have to choose. What am I going to choose? I love the first one. Oh, bullshit.
If they
Fuck
thought
the last one.
themselves the only ones capable of affecting civility and hiding behind a fake smile, then they were sorely mistaken.
I seem to literally only amass wit. This is all I'm getting. I can only be witty as Gerda. This is all I can do. But I have to deliver a letter. Come on, this is way more important. Because honestly, that matters more than Anders. Sorry, hubby, but you risk your life first to live all this.
Anders mentioned that he was taking care of some ducklings near the lake. I wonder what he really meant.
Probably some resistance fighters. Maybe they're hurt. But this is where they met. This is where their romance budded of sorts. And I did say that yesterday, that this is probably an important place. I do love that kind of thing. I thought that was a time indicator, but it's a loading indicator, which is also cute. Also, in good old fashion, this is a don't not game. Fisherman's hut should be just beyond these trees. Yep, and off we go. I need to check the book probably again, but we learned so much. There it is. Whatever Anders wanted me to find must be inside. Okay, I do have a lot of valuables. I still have the medical kit, the necklace, his gloves, some food. I have premium goods, yeah. 4 more matches. I gave one away. And a teddy bear. Oh, the teddy bear is probably pretty good. Stahl. Leader of the local Gestapo. In the area surrounding Tinglev, which is where we are. Arrived in town about a year ago and seems to have wasted no time trying to quell the resistance. Evidently perceives himself as the new sheriff in town. Determined to prove that, even as the regime's crumbling. He thinks he could cure our town of its disease of hoodlums and saboteurs in order to support the dawn of the new Reich, which is never gonna come. Avid collector of trophies and other knickknacks. Okay, that's good to know. I don't know when I picked up on that, but apparently I did. Cousin, parents of firm believers in the doctrines of the party. Yeah, she sounds brainwashed. Also position as a personal secretary. Could be good, could be bad. We'll see. Lots of things. Nice. Some dog walking. Wait. Thanks, Stream Elements. We do know that. Oh. Hi, ma'am. Ah, stand back. Who are you? I'm not here to hurt you. Eyes flicker anxiously. I came here alone. I'm unarmed. Let's just talk. Who are you? What do you want? My name's Gerda Larson. I was sent here by my husband. Your husband? Yes, Anders Larson. He's a mechanic here in town. Do you know him? She eases her stance and slowly begins to lower the knife. I do. He's a friend. Yeah, a friend of Anders is a friend of mine. Fuck you, occupation. I knew I was gonna lose some points. Thank you for saying that. Without her threatening posture, she suddenly seems frail. You're not from around here, are you? She smiles somewhat bitterly. I'm not, no. What's your name? Esther. Oh shit, yeah, I don't need that much of the resistance. Oh, thank God. Fuck yeah. The face turns somewhere. Because this is how my people are forced to live now. Because to the Germans I am vermin, a rat. Where else would a woman with a small child be hiding in a cabin in the woods? Because I'm one of the few lucky ones. A small girl tucks at her sleeve. Mama. What's your name, little one? The girl's face turns white with fear before disappearing behind Esther's skirt. That's Sophia, my daughter. The child begins to cough. Is she alright? No, she's been like this for a few days. No wonder it's freezing in here. Yes, there's firewood in the shed, but we try not to go outside if we can avoid it. Your husband has been trying to find a space for us at the nearby inn. He says we can trust the people there. Come to think of it, why did he send you here? He's been captured. Oh no. It looks like she wants to say something but can't quite bring herself to do it. I'll go get some firewood. There's not much else I can do, at least not right now. Yep. Well, I mean, let's check everything. Cracked ice. The ice in this area is thin and filled with cracks. It looks like stuff has recently been broken with a sharp... Perhaps they've been trying to fish? Okay, there is something red. There's something in the snow. It's a Nazi party brooch. Did Esther wear this when she fled here? Or does it belong to somebody else? I should try and help Esther. Yeah, I know, but we might be able to use that to our advantage. Looks like this is where they keep the firewood, but the wood is too damp. I don't think it's of any use right now. Also, if you're still around, because with Chucky, I kind of got the impression that survivors don't really see him when he comes running at them because he's so much smaller. Because the one gameplay I watched a bit longer, because obviously I watched Umbra because she jumped on it as soon as it was out, and she's always a pleasure to see as killer as well. And she's streaming more at times that I can watch, weirdly enough, because she used to be very late night for me. But yeah, it was in the Hawkins laboratory, and people did not see him coming. I should get back inside. Did I pick up firewood? I think I did. Seems so. There's nothing else I can interact with. Shoes, 2 pairs. Yeah. The shoes, they're so tattered. For how long have they been walking? Sparse old bunks. I remember using those bunk beds with Anders, though we only needed one of them. Too much information. A locket, a delicate necklace rests on the table. A thin gold chain rests on the table. The locket is shaped like the Star of David. As I examine it, I notice Esther shift uncomfortably in her place. Yeah, I figured. Oh no, my cat is meowing. She's watching me with a guarded look. I found the firewood. My cat wants in, and I hope he didn't bring a mouse with it. Come on, you can come in, but anyway. But I think it's getting too hot now for him to find mice, thankfully. Because I'm usually greeted with 1 per day. It's the good thing it's winter now. Found a firewood. But it's too damp to be lit right now. Oh, that's alright. We are expecting a visit from a friend. Hopefully it won't be long until we get to leave this place. Look around some more. Someone's coming. Oh, that raspy cough. Of course it's the priest. Mrs. Larson, what are you doing here? Ah, he should be in bed. I could ask you the same thing. She says Anders sent her. He did? Well, we're definitely full on in the conspiration. The pastor turns to me with eager eyes. Does that mean you're here to help? Okay, this is a bit all over the place. But I'll say, of course, I'll help. Ah, good. Then let me explain. Anders and I have been trying to secure passage to Sweden for Esther and her daughter. I've heard rumors that the people frequenting the Ekelund Inn know how to move people about in a discreet manner. I'm going there later this afternoon to negotiate a place for Esther and little Sophia here. You can join us if you'd like to help. I'll definitely consider it. The girl starts to cough again. That cough, it doesn't sound good. Oh, Gerda, is there anything you can do to help this poor soul? Can I have a look at her? I'm a nurse. Really? Of course. I try to step towards the girl, but she retreats behind her mother. Liebling, it's alright, she won't hurt you. The girl starts to cry and shakes her head violently. No, Mama. Please hold still. She keeps crying, regards me anxiously. Maybe I should wait until she calms down. We might have something at the clinic. Ah, indeed. Do you recall yesterday's events when I asked the doctor about that wonder drug of his? You mean a penicillin? Yes, precisely. Do you think you might be able to fetch it for us? We'd be most grateful. I'm not sure he wants to part with his sample. He's been very adamant about it. Please. My child, it's important. Yeah, I'll do my best, which is no guarantee that I'll get it. Oh, bless you. I know you have a lot on your mind since your husband's been in prison, but if you do this for us, I promise that I will write a strongly worded letter to the Gestapo. Yeah, are you sure that would help? While a lot of the occupying Germans have been coming to my church. I'm sure they will listen to me. Jacob, Anders is in danger. Ah, you're right, I can't be naive. I'll do whatever I can and I'll demand to visit him too. Okay. We will work this out, Gerda. I know we will. Yeah, I mean, as a priest, he's more likely to get in there. But of course I'm siding with the Danish. I'm just trying to play it smart.
They looked so terrified, cramped together in that little hut. The child had the eyes of a mouse, and her mother the eyes of a feral cat. It was only when Jacob arrived, and her shoulders relaxed, that I saw how tired Esther truly was. How long had they wandered from one hiding place to another? Always moments from discovery. How alone must they have felt, unsure if every offered hand held a hidden blade.
Sorry, I just saw that somebody posted a collab with my girl, and it's great because in Final Fantasy 14, for anyone that cares, if you don't know, I keep it very short, Gerda, which is the race I play, the women are very tall compared to the men. And it was a Not Safe for Work collab, and this is like the intermittent shots before anything Not Safe for Work happens. But I love that the fact of the caption was, "You must be this tall." Because the male character is obviously so much smaller than my girl is. And then his response was, "Height don't matter when you're horizontal," which is obviously foreshadowing. It's just great. I need to reply to that. True. Also very true, probably. Don't really care about that.
They couldn't have gotten this far very easily. What had the mother done to survive? What sacrifices had she made? Had she hurt anyone along the way?
Ooh, okay, yeah. I mean, yeah, that makes sense for insight. I do need that point in insight. We have so many places to go to. It's 11 AM. Can I go to the clinic now and steal the penicillin now? And then we're good?
According to Anders, this is where the sparrow and the others are hiding. I hope I can get some answers out of them. Stahl told me I might be able to see Anders if I return. I know he cannot be trusted, but what choice do I have?
Do I make... I haven't made any contact with resistance, and technically I need some points with the resistance, so I'm more likely to go to the hideout, because the chance of talking to him is whatever. We're going to the hideout. Choices. I could get better with Stahl, but he also could... yeah, he could try to corner me, so I'm like, yeah... I'm not too convinced that that's a good idea. So what's going on in here? The resistance hideout. I can't believe I finally found it. The man standing over by the truck. Is that Peter? Ahem. You, sir. You. The snow creaks softly beneath my feet. Who's there? Gerda. Peter. Well, I'll be damned if it ain't the missus herself. Yeah, you could have involved me from the start. How the hell did you end up here? What do you think? He puts the gun in his jacket, a remorseful look spreading across his face. I'm so sorry, Gerda. But we'll get those bastards, mark my words. Those Nazi shits won't catch us off guard again. How did you find us? Anders left me some directions. Right, of course. Shit, what a mess. I just need to grab some things from the truck. I'll explain everything. I promise. God, there's so much going on here. Footprints, the snow is well trodden. It seems like more than a few people have been coming and going through this place. The wind walls have been weathered by the harsh winds and snow. Through the windows in the darkness of shed I can see rows of canned food and car parts. There's a rifle poking out from underneath one of the blankets covering the boxes stacked inside. He keeps replacing the older parts with new ones, yeah. It's Peter's truck. Guess he got that permit approved or stopped caring. Was he really taking Anders to work every morning or to do sabotage robbery? Good question. He's ruffling his hair, pretending not to be bothered by the cold. But by your guilty conscience. I should probably run this by the chief first, but I think you deserve to know. You think? Anders is in danger, you have to tell me everything. He scratches his head. How much do you know about Anders' involvement with the Resistance? Not enough, clearly. I'm not even reading, I'm just going. Hi Waves, thank you for lurking. So good to see you. I'm also hoping soon I'll be able to return to Blood Hunt. I did also just leave a review today on Scavengers, because Scavengers is still in the Steam store, but obviously the game was unplugged a year ago, and it's actually quite heartwarming to see in the discussions. But I think also in the reviews, even though the reviews are still mixed, because obviously it needed work, but like people still proclaiming how much they miss the game, which I do as well. As Reddit, he did small errands for the Resistance, but that's it. It started out that way, yeah, but it didn't take long before he became one of our most active members. Oh, great. I don't think any of us saw it coming. Peter suddenly looks wistful. And does the sabotage. Something we didn't know. You should have seen him in action, Gerda. He was a different person, a changed man. Yeah, we're not gonna risk that for the biscuit. Something must have happened. Yesterday we ran a sabotage mission on the factory, and shit, there's no other way to put it, things went wrong. There were twice as many fucking guards as we expected, like the assholes knew we were coming. What do you mean? Well, we know that they knew. Levi, what's going on out here? I didn't realize we were running a social club. Levi, I mean, Sparrow. We've got a visitor. Sparrow? That's the person Anders wanted me to bring the documents to? This is just what a band of rebels on the run needs. More people knowing where we are. Who exactly are you? I'm not waiting for him to introduce me. I'm Gerda Larson. She's Anders' wife. Thanks, Peter. I figured that one out. She looks at me intently. Huh, so you're Gerda. Anders must have sent you here for a reason. Come into the hut, we need to talk. Peter, cover up those German guns in the hut. I can see them from here. And don't even think about going on some kind of escapade. Last thing I need is you getting captured before our next move. He looks crestfallen. Yes, ma'am. Quite a lot of firepower you've gotten. Sure is, and we're going to need it. To save Anders, you mean? She offers up a sad smile, among other things. But there's something that I need your help with now. Come inside when you're ready. Well, am I ready? Is someone talking to him? I don't think so. God, there's so much going on here. It doesn't look too comfortable to sleep on. Have they been living here? For how long, I wonder? Bookshelf. Most of the books look torn and moldy. Most of these books are old copies describing the local wildlife. Why is might not like that? The desk is covered with documents, densely noted with a red pen. Many of them look much like the documents in my bag that Anders left for me. The gramophone is playing a Danish swing tune, the kind that would probably be banned by the Nazi occupiers anywhere public. Drawer. I'm curious to see what's inside. There's a photograph in the drawer. It shows a group of young people inside a pub. Is that Lever? She looks so happy here. Put that back, please. Sorry. Of course, I'm sorry. I quickly slide the photograph back into the drawer. An empty pill bottle has been toppled over. Mykodrin. I know these pills. They're a type of amphetamine meant to put a pep in your step. I wonder how long it's taken them to empty out this one whole bottle. She's carefully surveying the wounded man on the bed. We have a healing kit. What happened to him? She doesn't take her eyes off the wounded man. Germans happened. Anders mentioned that you're a nurse. Normally I wouldn't ask an outsider to get involved, but we don't exactly have a field hospital in here. Our group is spread thin as it is. Anders is in jail, Peter is stuck in hiding, and who knows where Swent has run off to. Could you take a look at my wounded comrade? Of course. Thank you. She's a nurse. She's sworn oath. Wounded man. He appears to be completely unconscious. I do have a first aid kit. I lift the bandage of the wounded man. The injury underneath is filled with yellow pus. Oh, he's gonna go septic if we don't clean this up. The smell is absolutely awful. I know that. I've smelled way too much pus in my whole fucking life because of my cats. It is the grossest smell on earth, I swear. It's disgusting. But the cat mom has to do what the cat mom has to do. Did you give him anything? How did it happen? I don't care how it happened. Did you give him anything? We gave him some Mykodrin pills. But as you can see, we're not exactly living in the lap of luxury here. I'll try to assess his condition. Great, yeah. No. I knew it. This doesn't look good. There's not a lot I can do for him right now, I see. In any case, he needs better care. Do you have antibiotics? We're waiting for supplies from the black market, but his condition is getting worse day by day. The Resistance and I would really appreciate your help. Yeah, I'm gonna lose some wit over that, but that's fine. You've got bigger problems, what do you mean? The Gestapo knew about Anders, someone has been ratting you out. This place isn't safe anymore. Damn, I knew trusting the locals was a risk. But I didn't think it would come to this, are you sure? Yes, the Gestapo's officer was very smug about having an informant when he arrested Anders. You're right, we need to act quickly. Okay. I have warned about Snitch. I know who the Snitch is, but yeah, she dug her own hole. I'll make sure my team is ready to move, but in the meantime I've heard that you work at the clinic in town. You must have antibiotics there, something we can use to treat our comrade. I'd like you to go there tonight. Peter will meet you near the driveway and help you get the supplies we need. You're asking me to break into the clinic? Absolutely not. I can't betray the doctor like that. She pressed her lips firmly together. We don't have much time, and we can't afford to help Anders while our people are out of commission. His name is Kassa, by the way. Who? The man I'm asking you to save. Prove you're loyal to the cause and we'll do what we can to help Anders. Well, great. So I have a German officer. Oh my god, this is infuriating. I have a German officer who's asking me for the drugs, a child, and now also this Kassa. It seems more than one person's interested in getting penicillin from the clinic. But the doctor only has a single sample vial. I know! Speaking of which, Anders must have sent you here for a reason, yes? Did he manage to hide the plans before the Gestapo got to him? He did. I've got them here. There appear to be instructions on how to use certain types of explosives. You read them? I couldn't help myself. This is my husband we're talking about. I noticed that some of it isn't under his handwriting. Gonna get read again. Yep. Yes, well, we all had to take notes. Can you hand them over? It seemed really important to understand the Resistance received these plans. Please use them wisely. I hand the plans over. Thank you. This will help the cause immensely. Yeah, I need to be all of them to be in green. I covered the guns in the shed under the manure. No one's sticking through that. Good. Yes, we learned that. They don't like shit. Did you remember to spread dog powder on your tracks? Of course, those damn hounds won't catch our scent. We should begin planning for our next move. It isn't safe here anymore. When do you want to leave? As soon as possible. We'll need to load the truck and prep Kassa for travel. What about you, Gerda? We could use an extra pair of hands. I'll try to come back later. Great. We should be ready to leave this afternoon, perhaps around 3 PM, and come back then. No guarantee. Again, she said, I'll try. If something more important comes up, we're obviously doing that.
When I heard the word resistance, I'd imagined brave fighters and a vast underground force organizing against the Nazis. I didn't expect to find two strangers and an old friend huddled together in a drafty hunter's lodge. Their presence confirmed Anders' involvement. It proved that he had hidden a whole second life from me, a life that had gotten a soldier wounded and brought one of his own comrades near death.
Yeah, but I mean, fair. Just because you're married to the guy doesn't mean you're trustworthy. Also true, but not necessarily relevant. I was amazed Peter managed to keep just involvement in a resisting for so he wasn't exactly known for his discretion.
I was amazed Peter had managed to keep his involvement in the resistance a secret for so long. He wasn't exactly known for his discretion.
And I got the wit back that I was spent, but apparently I'm really bad at compassion and insight. What is going on? Oh, I can still go.
Told me
Awesome. We can still go and visit the husband. And we do know more now. And we're back. I can hardly keep my hands from shaking. This time I'll finally be able to see him. I still have the Nazi Party brochure found up by Lake. If I wear it, it might convince the Gestapo that I'm on their side. They might be more willing to listen to what I have to say. But the mere thought of pinning this thing to my coat makes my blood run cold. I have to do it. I mean, this better be worth it. We didn't find it for nothing. It's an option. Let's go in. The guard behind the counter reading the newspaper, grumbling to himself. Lies and propaganda, all of it. Oh, it's you, the wife. The criminal inspector is expecting you in his office. Well, what are you waiting for? Hurry up, don't keep him waiting. Still want to check here. It's a lot quieter. Most of the employees must have gone home for the day. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. We still can't get in there. The truck is there. I can't claim that it's the toilet again. Stahl is using the phone on the secretary's desk. Please, dearest. I'm sure it was just a mix-up. You know how he likes to explore. I'm sure they weren't too bothered. I bet they're already having a friendly snowball fight by now. The weather's perfect for it. Isn't he courting our best friend? I'm sure he won't freeze. You made sure to give him his gloves, yes? Yes, yes, I'll remember. Dearest? Dearest, please let me... Yes, of course you don't have to. Alright, yeah, see you in a few hours. He puts on the phone and lets out an exasperated sigh. What was that about? Oh, Frau Larsen, so he came. I apologize for keeping you waiting. I had to let Fräulein Klein go home early today. She was very distraught. I found this on her desk. It's a small paperweight shaped like a coffin? Oh, do you know what it means? No, I have no idea. I think if I did a replay, I might get those options. Because at this point, I'm like, I don't know how I could access these. Oh well, maybe it was something else. It's been a very long day, but no matter, you're here. I take it this means you've accepted my proposition. Yes, we have to find out the truth. Exactly, I'm glad we agree. Now if you can get your husband to tell us what we need, we may be able to start talking about amending his sentence. I'm gonna remain silent. I'll take you to his cell. Please follow me. Okay. Is there anything that we can still check? Part of this is littered with crumbs. It looks like someone has been stuffing themselves with crackers. Cardigan. It's still here. She must have been in quite a hurry to forget this. I think if I try to go into his office, I'm gonna get told off. I'd love to, but... Here we are. Your husband is in the cell just over there. Go talk to him and please take care to remember our deal. I'll be here in case there's any trouble. There's an empty cell. It's been scrubbed clean. The floor is still wet and there's a peculiar damp smell hanging in the air. I don't even want to imagine what could have warranted such a thorough cleaning. Yeah, me neither. God, there's blood everywhere. Inside the cell I see Anders standing slumped against the wall. He's cradling his bloodied hands towards his chest. Anders. Fuck. Yeah, and he likes to draw. It's me, I'm here. Gerda? Are you alright? No, clearly not. I'm fine, don't worry about me. You shouldn't get mixed up with these people. I dart a sideways glance at Stahl. He's idly tapping a finger against his sleeve. It's going to be alright, which you say in every movie. I'll find a way to get you out of here. Oh, Gerdy, why didn't you tell me anything? I could have done something. He gives me a weak smile. I didn't want you to worry, and you... He's quiet for a moment. No, let's not talk about this now. Perhaps he's right. I should focus on how to get him out of this place. Listen, Anders. Can't you think of anything? He blinks, Gerda's gears slowly churning in his head. I might know something. Rumor has it that the resistance is keeping a hideout out east. The officer steps forward, clearly intrigued. Where exactly? Near the old mill, I see. Very interesting. He gave false intel. Yeah, I glance up at Stahl. He's busy scribbling something on his notepad, a satisfied smirk tugging at his lips. This might be the moment I've been waiting for. Attempt to lean closer. Nice. What am I even trying to give him? I lean against the bars. Phew, the officer doesn't seem to care. I shouldn't let this opportunity go to waste. I found the ducklings. They're safe. The pastor and I are taking care of them. I'm so relieved to hear that. Well, it seems we're done here. Follow me, Frau Larsen. I'll show you out. Okay. Yeah, no, talking about the resistance was way too risky. We're not going to do that. Way too risky. You got him to talk. Marvelous job. Thank you, Frau Larsen. So we'll see to it that he's properly treated, right? We will. Decrease the intensity of our interrogations, at least until we've investigated this new lead. Frau Larsen, thank you once again. Your efforts may have helped us put a stop to these saboteurs that have recently been plaguing our community. Now you should be getting home. Auf Wiedersehen. Motherfucker. Ugh. I don't think the brooch helped. Brooch? It's a brooch. Yeah. Why do I think brooch? Probably because in German it's
It
Bullshit.
had only been one day, but already Anders looked like a different man. The bruises on his face spoke volumes of the Gestapo, and his tired eyes betrayed the restless night he had spent inside that cell. I wondered how long he could endure such hardships, and how far I would go to prevent them. Oh, my poor Anders.
I don't know, I'm not trusting that. Just case release. Also true, but also
I
true.
had to act quickly to secure his release.
Why does it still give me wit? I'll be damned. Wait, but ease of the mill is... Isn't that where they are? Oh.
The pastor is bringing Esther and her daughter here this afternoon. Maybe they need some more help.
I won't be able to go there later. Dang it. I have to go and help them. Yes, I'm with the resistance, but I'm not... If I have to choose between Esther and Sophia and the resistance, I'm always gonna side with Esther. Sorry, Levi, but I'm sure you guys will manage on your own. Oh! There they are. It seems I've arrived just in time. I don't have the penicillin yet, but he's talking to the others in hushed tones. Gerda, you made it. We should hurry inside. There are too many curious eyes on the street. How about cleaning your shoes off before you drain all the snow? I'm still wearing the brooch. Can I take it off? I guess not. What's wrong? Why aren't you going in? Jacob turns to me, looking visibly sweaty and nervous in the dim light of the entrance. Well, you see your father is in there. Papa is here? And well, you know, I think your father is a good man, but it's, he is still a member of the Nazi party. Esther looks at me fretfully, holding her daughter close. Your father is that man in there? The one in the uniform? Yes. They don't trust him. I don't want to get into this right now. I see, what's your plan? Well, could you go and talk to him? Just keep him occupied for a while and make sure that he doesn't see us walk through the room. We'll wait here until you're ready. Yeah, that is exactly the plan. Don't even know where he is. Well, it's not this drunkard. It smells like he's wearing a pungent perfume of alcohol, vomit, and dried sweat. And that's why I shall fight as a brave country soldier. Hurrah, hurrah, hurrah. This could get hands. I don't want this drunkard to do something unpredictable. How many beers have you had? Not enough. Ugh, his breath smells terrible. I need to get away. I should distract my father. Someone carved something into the table here. There's a T and P carved into the table. The T has 11 notches next to it and the P has 7. Is this a record of a beer drinking competition? At any rate, it seems like P couldn't keep up, which is Peter. I know, but still, woodburner, face eagerly looking at the logs inside. This big old woodburner hasn't been doing much work this winter. It's freezing in here. Examine the liquor cabinet. It's strange to see a pub with an almost empty liquor cabinet. Now we can talk to Dieter. What do I say? Penny for your thoughts? Oh, Mäuschen. I heard what happened to Anders. I'm so sorry. How are you holding up? I still can't believe it. No, it's difficult to imagine that he would be involved in something like this. He was always such a gentle soul. Can't you do anything to help him? I mean, numbers were definitely on my side here. Oh, my dear daughter, it's risky. I don't want word to spread that my son-in-law is into resistance, but tell you what. I have a friend who's on guard duty at the police station sometimes. I'll ask him to take a look, see that Anders is not being mistreated. He obviously has no idea that Anders is being mistreated as we speak. Thank you, Papa. I glance towards the entrance. They're heading this way. Good old pastor, what the devil brings you here? Oh no. I watch anxiously as the conversation draws my dad's eyes. So, Papa! Slap him on the back. Fuck, that didn't work. Whoa! My beer, Moisin, what has gotten into you? Uh-oh, maybe I overdid it. What are you looking at? What's the pastor doing here? Well, that didn't work as planned. Where's he going with that woman? He looks at me sternly. Gerda, what's going on here? Nothing's going on. Your face is all red, Kindchen. Please tell me what is happening. I can't, not yet. Please don't say anything, Papa. I won't, of course I won't, but I'm disappointed that you don't trust me. He sighs. I should head home, it's getting late. Please, Moisin, stay out of trouble. He regards me sadly before getting up to leave. Look, man, I didn't know what to do with you. I thought the slap would work. Numbers on my side, my ass. What are we waiting for? Oh dear, my arms fail me on account of my ailments. Could you help me push aside this kitchen cabinet? Push the cabinet? Yeah, hold on. This cooking pot, something's bubbling away inside. Oh, what's that smell? It looks like they've been trying to make gluck, but without any of the proper ingredients. I guess that's not good. It seems on there. How am I supposed to... Oh... My goodness, what is this place? In all of the years I've visited this inn, I've never been back here. It's playing a lively swing tune. It's going to be a bit of a stretch to fit you all in here. The resistance is here as well? Look, I know we're here earlier than expected, but we'll have to work something out. We're comrades with a common interest after all. I concur, there should be shelter for all. Yeah, but the fact of the matter is that things have become more complicated now. If you want to stay here, you'll each have to cover up something extra. Will you take Esther somewhere safe? Fuck me. Who are you again? That's right, the daughter of a Nazi sympathizer. And where I'm taking this woman and her child is none of your business. That's it, if I even decide to take them. Now, Pastor Jacob, I see you've neglected to mention that there was a child involved in this transaction. We're not running a boarding school here, and children know how to keep quiet. Oh yes, of course, he begins to look through his wallet. It's a very slow and arduous process. I don't have a lot to give, but... I'm giving the pearl necklace? What? Hold on, Pastor. I pull out a valuable item from my satchel. Will this suffice? He tosses and turns the valuable item in his hands. I suppose that will do, yes. The little girl starts crying. Mama, I want to go home. Yeah, I'm gonna give her the teddy. Here you go. This little guy will keep you safe. Sophia looks bewildered but stops crying and hugs her teddy bear. He's a friend. As long as you hold on to him, you and your mother won't be in any danger. The girl nods timidly. She seems to have forgotten her troubles for now. I mean, that's why I packed it in the first place. Thank you, Gerda. This means a lot. I suppose you'll be extorting us next? You commies really don't know how to haggle, do you? Can't you see we've got increased demand? That means the price goes up. You filthy profiteer. Fine. She hands him her gun. This should be payment enough for a little rescheduling issue, right? In addition to our other arrangements. Of course. Always a pleasure doing business with you, Sparrow. Now, I suppose you're welcome to stay, but no more than a week. Then I want you out of here. Let's pray that none of those Nazi pigs come snooping around until then. I guess the brooch is off because somebody would have mentioned it. Can you turn that shit off? My dear child, come see me outside when you're done here. Bags. They're bulging with content. I have not seen so many bags of sugar since before the war. Can I turn that off? Swing music just like at the Resistance hideout. I guess this is the music of the underground. Yeah, I guess so. Used to store food. There's a bread box here, with only a single piece left inside. It's quite hard and dry. Yeah, I'm gonna take it. I think that could be useful somewhere. Used to move wares from hither to thither. There's probably nothing suspicious about an inn receiving wares from various places. This must be how they move around contraband and people. Most of them are sealed quite tightly. These look a bit like weapon crates. I carefully open one of the lids. Oh, just bottles of expensive wine. Is that all they're dealing with here? Nah, it's good cover. Radio, it's shut off. A radio. They probably use it to listen to the BBC. Oh yeah, I definitely want to read about the BBC here. It's a door to the room where the others are staying. I doubt this room is on the inn's official list of lodgings. I should give them some space while they're settling in. Seems like we're done. Signpost. The words on it are written in coarse letters. Members Club. Okay. They've been boarded with thick pieces of wood. An efficient way to deal with occupations, blackout rules, and an efficient excuse for place stealing and shady activities. Yep. It's been standing in the snow for a while. The truck has been moved halfway into the building. It must be filled with delivery goods for the inn. Don't know if there's anything else nearby. Oh, there's the pub. He's sniffling in the cold. Hold on. Completely covered in snow. I'm not even going to try to get water out of that thing. Okay. Bless you, dear child, you've done a lot of good today. Yeah, and you could do a lot more good tonight if you help me get the medicine for that poor Esther. I'll see what I can do there, Pastor. I should take my leave. Yeah, but we have a soldier getting in our way. Although, we can... I mean, if it was me, we can probably just swap the labels. Just slap the penicillin,
It seemed that Midas Inn had become a refuge for those hiding from the occupation, albeit a costly one. They all had a common enemy, but uncommon goals. Some pushed for action, others for escape, but they shared a desire to remain hidden, even as German soldiers and sympathizers drank beer just one room away. How could anyone relax in a place like that?
Yeah, I'm good with that.
The experience was not too hard on Sophia. Perhaps the company would do her good.
Compassion? Yeah. That's what I was hoping for. But how to deal with this ordeal that is... well, I need to go to the clinic one way or another. And I need to get the penicillin one way or another.
I can't believe I'm betraying the doctor like this. But if I'm to see Anders again, I'll need to break in and steal the penicillin.
Well, but the problem is for Anders, it's either giving it to the soldier or giving it to the resistance.
There's something up ahead.
Okay, oh god, what is going on now? Oh no, not more! I'm already torn in 3 directions. Please, no more. Is it what I think it is? That cart ahead seems to have gotten stuck. I suppose there's no getting around it. Might as well see if they need any help. Yep. Suspicious man. His brow is furrowed with concern. Great, he's German. Oh god. If you hadn't loaded it up so much, we wouldn't be stuck. I wasn't about to leave any of this behind. Maybe we can unload the car just until we get it dislodged. I don't know, that seems like a lot of work. We should just get going. Germans, I don't recognize them from town. His brow is furrowed with concern. Pardon me. Do you need any help? It's nice of you to offer, Fräulein, but I don't think this cart is moving without some serious muscle. I'm heading into town. Perhaps I could get someone with a truck to come out here? Oh, no, that won't be necessary. We don't want to burden anyone. Just our luck to get stuck first thing. That's enough out of you. I'm sure the young lady wants to be on her way. Something about this guy seems off. Inspector Carter. The tarp has been haphazardly thrown over the cart, but the tattered Wehrmacht uniform is clearly visible. As are several expensive-looking lamps and photo frames, all strangely out of place. Oh, don't mind all that. Just some heirlooms. You have Wehrmacht equipment. I kind of fucking regret saying that. Did you steal it? Listen, lady, whatever it is you think you saw, you didn't see. Got it? We're just trying to make our way home. We don't need to explain ourselves to her. Oh, get off it, Sarge. She already knows. Better to explain ourselves than have her running off to the guards. Fine. We were soldiers. What happened? Because this might be worth something. We found out we're being reassigned to the Eastern Front. The way this war is going, that's a death sentence. So we decided to make our way back to Germany. Without telling our commanding officer. How will you make it to Germany? Anyway, we can. All the stuff in this cart is supposed to help pay our way, assuming it doesn't stay stuck. As the tarp flutters, the household contents of the cart become visible. They seem to be plucked straight from a country home. Where did all this stuff come from? I don't recall soldiers deploying with so many personal effects. That's because we don't. We procured them from some Danish homes in the area. A small inconvenience for the original owners, but life-saving for us. That's horrid. You can't just steal things from innocent people. I'm pretty sure we already did. And that you'd be smart not to tell anyone. You're talking to a trio of desperate men after all, who knows what we're capable of when push comes to shove. What's that sound? Well, looks like we've got ourselves a regular traffic jam. What's got you folks braving the elements out here? I was just passing by. Be careful, Fräulein. Who knows what kind of people are roaming these roads. I'm sure you've heard of the attack at the factory by now. Your town is not as safe as it once was. And what about you, gentlemen? What are you transporting? Yeah, we're gonna help. They're delivering goods from the market, including a very nice lamb I purchased this morning. But now that we've run into each other, it seems silly to wait for the delivery. I can just take it now. You don't mind, do you? The man grits his teeth. This is great. No, of course not. It's all yours. Do you need assistance dislodging it? No, it's nearly loose, but it's nearly loose. Very well. Well, I suppose we owe you a thanks. Just get home safe. Thank you, ma'am. I wonder how far these men will get. I should hurry and get to the clinic. I mean, yeah, deserting is dangerous business, so they're probably gonna die anyway. So there's no point, like, digging even more into them. They know what they did as well. And me saying it is not gonna change anything. Let's see. How am I going to do this? My skin is acting up. Ah, great. I can't believe I'm doing this. Breaking into my own workplace? What would Mama say if she saw me now? Alright, Gerda, calm down. What are our options here? There's the window. Peter told me to wait for him by the driveway. Reinhard also wants to make a deal with me. His note said to meet him near the road blockade. So, what should I do? I suppose I don't have to get involved in either of their affairs. I could go in on my own and get the medicine for Jacob and Esther. Oh, but standing out here is certainly not going to do Anders any good. I need to look around the building and see if I can find a way inside. Of course there's a way inside, there's the back door. I'm doing it for Esther. I'm sorry, Kessler. That's the kitchen. It's dark inside. The kitchen is quite far from the doctor's private rooms. I don't think the noise will be enough to wake him, but if I go in now, I'll be going in alone. Should I break? Yep, break in. I don't care. We're doing it for Sophia. That was a little loud. The sooner I'm out of here, the better. It's so dark in here, I can barely see a thing. I should be careful as I look around. Cupboard might contain something valuable. I'm gonna search. Okay, nothing. I tried. Something furry? Ah, a mouse! That was terribly loud. I hope the doctor didn't hear anything. What's this? A flashlight? Oh, this will make it much easier to see in these dark rooms. I guess so. Written on a hastily torn piece of paper. Was that the bean one again? There's a note on the table. Read it. It's a note from Mrs. Thompson. Doctor, the German soldier came by today as well. I sent him away, of course, as per your instructions. He's getting quite insistent about seeing you for treatment. It is most unpleasant. Okay, open the door. Cupboard may contain something of value. Not for the moment. Because I probably still have noise levels for this. It's locked. I'm gonna have to find the keys. Shelf. Stands a neat row of decorative pottery. Yeah, no. Filled with bottles and packages. Door to Howell's private study. But the noise level should stay the same. to see if maybe there's a key here. There are a lot of drawers here. Key should be here. I shouldn't have to go into. Nice, okay. Phew, I should really clean up these drawers. Oh, what's this? A key. It's for the kitchen. Kitchen key opens the kitchen into the clinic. Yeah, well, that's not helping. That's not helping at all. What do I want with that key? I'm gonna try it. Fuck. I reach for the cupboard. The hinge of the cupboard door squeaks loudly as I open it. Uh-oh, I need to be more careful. I'm sure to work out what's in here. Just a bundle of old magazines. Well, that's disappointing. Fuck, I knew it. Do you really need me to go and get the key from his quarters? That's horrible. And I only have one more chance left. It's locked. What am I supposed to do? It's locked. What am I supposed to do? There's nothing I can do. Oh no, don't tell me the key's in the pottery. Oh no. There might be something in one of these jars. Oh god, thank god. I stick my hand into one of the jars. The key to the doctor's private study. Just what I was looking for. Yeah. I have one more chance only. This is his desk study, made of mahogany. Shall I look through Harold's desk? Back out for now. Bookshelves. I need to find where the key is, 100%. Drawers. I'm not sure what the doctor keeps in these. Stairs. Howard could be down here any minute. I need to hurry. Well, I'm gonna bet on the desk. Fuck. Okay, I have... Because I had wit and the flashlight. Such. Phew, I almost knocked into desk and I can't find any keys. But what's this? The doctor's journal. This one's from yesterday. In the morning, a group of German soldiers barged into the clinic and demanded that I treat one of the men. Gerda was very accommodating to their needs. Must be her German blood. Wow. Wow. I'll check here. What's this? A German dog tag. It looks like it's from the First World War. Was the doctor a conscript for the German army? I wonder if that's why he resents them so. So he was conscripted. Seriously, the bookshelves is all the options I have because I can't go upstairs. There are a lot of books here. Okay. This is nerve-wracking. Such. These books have been precariously stacked. It's like a little alarm system all on its own. Ah! But here's the key to the depot. It's just like the doctor to hide a key in an obscure place like this. Fuck yeah, let's go the fuck out of here. There's one more noise I can make. I'm already gonna be in trouble if that happens. Door to the clinic. How the hell would I have done this with the other two? Contains various bottles of medicine. I think we might be keeping the penicillin in here somewhere. Oh, fuck me. One of the tiny bottles on the edge of the cabinet shelf tips over and plummets towards the floor with an audible crash. If I make any more noise, the doctor is going to wake up. The liquid is eating its way into the floor. Is Harold experimenting with alchemy now? Focus, Gerda, here it is. I gingerly pick up the bottle of penicillin. Strange how such a medical marvel can be contained in such a small bottle. That's everything I need to get out. I hear the sound of struggle coming from the examination room. What's going on out there? Can I get out? The window? Can I sneak past? Probably not. Shit. Peter's pointing a gun at Reinhardt. What are you doing here, you goddamn Nazi bastard? Keep your fucking voice down or I'll find a permanent way to shut you up permanently. I'm going back to the depot. As soon as I turn to move into the depot, Peter notices me shifting in shadows. Gerda, here? I thought you said not to come. He narrows his eyes at me. Are you working with this guy? What? No, I'm not. Well. Seems like that Frau Larsen decided to go ahead and grab all of the loot for herself. Are you serious? He's lying. Then why are you here? I want to help someone else. Someone else? Peter runs his hands frantically through his hair. Fuck. One of my friends is dying, Gerda. I needed your help getting that medicine for him. What's that you're holding there? He points to the bottle of penicillin that I'm still gripping tightly between my hands. It's just a bottle of morphine. You're a poor liar, Frau Larsen. Hand over the penicillin, no one needs to get hurt. Hang on, I'm the one with the gun here. Oh, you are? Yes, you... Ugh. Reinhardt rams into Pete and starts to struggle with him for control over the gun. You fucker, let go of me. Stop fighting! They're not listening at all. What should I do? They'll wake up the doctor. Well, I can only do wait and see. If I watch in stunned silence as the two men continue their violent brawl. They're knocking things over left and right. Peter reaches for his gun, but Reinhardt knocks it out of his hand and it flies across the floor. What's going on down here? Oh no, Harold, fucking hell. With Reinhardt distracted, Peter runs to retrieve the gun. Oh, they're gonna shoot the doctor, aren't they? Die, you Nazi bastard. He fires, but Reinhardt manages to dodge just in time. The bullet hits Harold. No! Shit, You're all idiots. Oh no, Harold, stay with me. Gerda, why are you here? It's okay, it's going to be okay. I try to stop the bleeding, but I only have so many hands. The light in the doctor's eyes starts to fade. No! Well, saw this one coming. During the break-in, Harold sustained a grave injury that was unable to treat. I feel responsible for his death. Let me guess, compassion minus what? Nervous laughter?
For years, the clinic had been a reminder of the years I spent away from Tinglev, when my skills and expertise as a healer were honed in the city. Here, at least, I was indispensable and valued. Even Harold, in his own begrudging way, had come to rely on me. It was a place that represented my independence, and in one single night, I put all that at risk and betrayed my duty as a nurse.
Wow. Okay, I know who I'm going to raid. Indecisive. We knew how many people had undertaken similar betrayals during this war. True. I need to remember myself that no matter what happened, I had to done this for wonders. I mean, last one is also true.
I needed to remind myself that no matter what happened, I had done this for Anders.
Yeah, it's cold outside. You're the one who wants outside, not me. Oh, I'm sitting with bare feet. I should put a purring channel reward, I guess. Oh my god, there's so many sounds I still have to add, but I have to see because, like, I have some old ones that was before Blub was needed to be paid, and I have no idea how it works with the extension now because I set because it forces me to put like a bid price and I put just one, but I could also put channel point prices, so I'm not quite sure if that's gonna work. So people who have the extension will have to let me know, I guess. Well, that wasn't the first and probably not the last death here. I mean, I wonder how it would have been if I had gone in with Peter.
The darkness around me feels suffocating, but I'll finally get to see Anders again. I hope what I did was worth it. It has to be.
Why are we going back now? Nobody said that we had to go in the evening. The next time we run into Reinhardt will be a fucking pain, though. But he just wanted it for profit. So that was an absolute no-go. But at this rate, he won't even live. Ah, Gerda, my child. Did you manage to procure the penicillin? Yes, here, take it. Oh, most excellent. I'll try to see what I can do for your husband. I'm sorry that I cannot serve as much more than a career. Perhaps some other accomplices might have been able to get you into the building. But alas, I'm only a humble priest. Is there anything you would like me to ask him? This may be the only chance I get. Ask him if he needs to eat. And then give him this food. Of course, my child. I'm sure this will bolster his spirits. None of the other two make any sense or will help at all. No, I'll go inside. May the heavens favor us on this dark winter's eve. He's been in there for a while. I wish he would come back out soon. I anxiously wipe my gloved hands against my coat. It's impossible to get rid of the sensation of Harold's blood growing cold beneath me. I can feel it everywhere. In my nostrils, under my fingernails. No, stop it, Gerda. Get a hold of yourself. No one can know about this. Jacob could be back any second now. Oh, there he is. Quite the pep in his step. How did it go? Well, they weren't as amenable as I'd hoped. They won't relent in their interrogation of your husband, but I did manage to procure this. He hands me a tattered note, a handwritten note. Thank you, Jacob. Oh, it was nothing. Unfold the note. Shit, I clicked too fast. Jacob inhaled sharply at the sight. I'd like to be alone. Right, of course. I should take the penicillin to S's daughter. Thank you so much for bringing it to me. You're a kind soul. I don't know about that. May you get home safely. Yeah, when he finds out the doctor is dead, I don't know if he's still gonna say that. So I return my touch to the letter. Dearest wife, I pray this note does not fall into the wrong hands. But you deserve to know. No matter how kind you think Mr. Westergaard has been to us, he's still providing Hitler's armies with supplies that kill the people fighting for our freedom. We thought our plan was solid, but we must have gotten careless along the way. Something went wrong, and now I've left you to clean up a terrible mess. A mess that involves a lot more people than you might think. I beg you to leave it be. You've done more than enough. Please be safe. Love, Anders. Who does he think he is? And if I could just forget everything? No, I have to do something. I have to get him out of there. He doesn't think this is my fight? Well, he's wrong. The Danes aren't the only ones around here that are unhappy under the current regime, and I don't wish to see him shot because of what some fascist regime dictates. If you won't offer me any clues, I'll just have to find them on my own. There must be someone in this town who can help me. Perhaps Margaret's father, Mr. Westergaard. We just said that he's not the guy. He's as corrupt as they come, but he's also a powerful figure in the community. And he has a certain sway with the Gestapo. But I don't know how my words will ever reach him without some leverage. The Sunday service is tomorrow. Perhaps the pastor will help me. Well, I mean, he might recognize the ring, because I think it's Margaret's ring. I hugged the bloodied letter to my chest. I'll do whatever it takes. Well, I didn't promise an upbeat game.
The
But
Gestapo headquarters felt oppressive in the dim moonlight.
like this.
I had passed by this building many times on my way into town, never paying much attention to the old police station, but something about the new occupants transformed it. It suddenly seemed to be mocking me, instilling fear. Was this the only place where I would be able to speak to my husband from now on?
Anders must have been sloppy to get himself trapped in a place like this. He would have to do something to make up for his mistakes. Could only imagine what it must have been like in that place. I had to continue his mission to save him, even if he wanted me to stay out of it, which is very true. My own expression would change my impression of the building, but now was not the time to entertain such thoughts.
I could only imagine what it must have been like in that place. I had to continue Anders's mission to save him, even if he wanted me to stay out of it.
Nice. That might come in use soon enough. Peter's gonna fucking hate our guts, that's for sure. For fair reason. Yeah, just a banquet in the evening. But yeah, there's so many grayed out options where I'm like, okay, well, I guess a lot of them are screwed because of previous choices.
Pastor
Church?
Jacob will be...
Church. Yeah, we're gonna skip that. Is this when he's trying to talk to the Gestapo people? The bells are ringing. Sunday service must be over. Good. I need to find Pastor Jacob. Nice, we don't have to sit through it. If there is anyone in town who can help me find leads on how to help him, it is him. I'm take some shortcuts here and there. Another roadblock. Among the graves. Oh dear. There's still quite a few people out in front of the church. Have they already heard about what happened at the clinic? Maybe this was a bad idea. You don't have any other choice. Besides, they don't know what happened. They don't know you were there. You just need to find the pastor. I guess this is where I'm gonna eat up my compassion. Is that Margaret up there? I think it is. Oma and Opa's grave. If Papa's parents could see the country now. My father's parents were born in Germany. They died in Denmark, and they never moved towns. What country was Sunderland belong to just 10 years from now? Can't do anything. More and Morfar's grave. Mum's parents, what would they say about all this? Mum always said that Grandma could make a cake out of anything. I bet these rations wouldn't have stopped her one bit. Probably. Margaret, she's scribbling in her notebook. Her fingers blue from the cold. Woman. Margaret. Oh, Gerda. She snaps the notebook shut and turns to me with a worried look. I'm so sorry. Where have you been? I've been trying to get a hold of you, but you weren't at home. I heard about Anders. And now people are saying that somebody broke into the clinic last night and that they shot the doctor. Is that true? Are you alright? Oh, Gerda. I'm not sure what I'm doing, Margaret. It all seems to have spun out of control so fast. I know. I wish there was something I could do to help. What about you? I've heard a rumor about you, that you've been loitering around the post office day after day. Goodness, this town loves to chatter. It's nothing. I was waiting to hear about some short stories I submitted to the literary journal in Copenhagen, but I'm done waiting now. Well, did you hear anything? Yes, they didn't like my stories. Too provincial, they said. Well, they would know. Yes, I suppose so. What are you doing out here then? Moping? Oh, I'm waiting for Wolfgang. We're going to have lunch together. He said he would pick me up in his car after the service, but he's a little late. You must really like him. She smiles, her teeth chattering. I do. It's nice to see her so happy. But I can't help but worry about their future, what their future looks like. Oh, you know what? Come to a party tonight. My father will be there. I'm sure if you just talk to him, he'll be able to help with Anders. Do you really think so? Of course. He's not without influence in this town. And the Germans certainly owe him a few favors, given how accommodating he's been. That could prove useful. She doesn't know that there's a file about him. He hasn't been courting their favor for nothing, and with the war going the way it is, I'm not sure they can afford to lose too many friends. At any rate, I think it might be worthwhile for you to attend. It will be a very big social event. Yeah, because we totally love those. Well, indeed, it seems like the whole town will be there. Well, you know my father, not even a war and occupation can deter him from throwing the party of the year. It hardly seems like the time for a party. I'm sorry, you're right. I can't imagine you're primed for festivities right now, but still, you should come. We hear the sound of a car driving down the road. Oh, he's here. And so is Reinhard. Did you tell anyone about what happened? Fräulein Margit. Oh, and Frau Larsen as well. You must forgive me for being late. I had to finish patrolling the perimeter of the factory with some of my men. We must ensure that these saboteurs cannot endanger production again. Frau Larsen. I heard that someone broke into that clinic of yours. We may have had our differences, but I was saddened to hear about the good doctor's death. News certainly spreads fast in this town. My condolences. Thank you. Rest assured that the Wehrmacht is doing everything in its power to prevent incidents like these from happening in the future. Fräulein Margit, would you do me the honor of walking with me for a while? Oh, of course, but she looks at me apologetically. Are you going to be alright? It's fine, go ahead. Come visit me at the house later if you can. We can talk more then. Sure. I'm a walk. I'm a go. I'm not staying with Reinhard. No fucking way. Nya. You two have your grave date. How very cough of you. But yeah, let's look around. Her eyes are closed as if in prayer. What are you doing? Oh, Gerda, they're saying that somebody broke into the clinic, that they killed the poor doctor. Oh, terrible. Are you alright? I'm fine. Oh, I can't believe the luck you're having these days. Let's hope they find a culprit soon. Let's hope not. What are you doing? Paying my respects to the fallen, she smiled sadly, to Oscar. I'm sorry about your brother. Thank you, Gerda. I know he did the right thing by volunteering to join the fight, but it still hurts to know that it might have all been for nothing. And now we don't even have a body to bury and mourn properly. That's why I'm paying tribute here. It's a nice gesture. I'm glad you think so. They're just candles, but it's something. She trails off, her eyes become clouded with melancholy. Are you sure you're alright? I can't help but wonder if it was worth it. I've done everything Mama and Papa have asked of me, and yet they never looked at me the same way they did him. It wasn't until I became secretary to the criminal inspector that they finally seemed to see me at all. But then we received the news that Oscar had gone missing, and all they could talk about was his heroic sacrifice. It made me so angry. I'm sorry, that was a terrible selfish thing for me to say. Please, Gerda, just forget I said anything at all. Now I really must be on my way. It was nice seeing you again, dear cousin. Okay, lady. Candles. One of them has been lit or hasn't been lit? It has been lit. The candle that Charlotte put here flutters gently in the wind. I'm taking one unlit candle. Should I have taken the other one? I don't know. A memorial to the Danish and German soldiers who died as conscript of the German war. And one I meant to the people we lost in the last war, fighting for the German side. Okay, let's check the bicycles. Oh, the drug pit is here again. You cost me my last nerve yesterday, man. All the tires look worn down. Looks like he's trying to mount his bike. It's probably what it is. It's disgraceful is what it is. Did you see that Nazi girl over there? Putting candles on the monument of our fallen heroes? She might as well lift her skirts and piss all over it. Yeah. You want to talk, being all fucking drunk here. Frau Sommerfeld. The smell is filled with warmth. It makes me long for simpler times. Gerda, goodness, are you alright? We heard that somebody brought him to the doctor's clinic, that poor old man. What is happening to our town? A man killed just like that? It's unheard of. We may not have liked us. He may not have liked us Germans very well, but that doesn't mean that I ever wished him any harm. How was the sermon? Oh, marvelous. Our pastor really has a way with words, and he has been kind enough to continue his sermons both in Danish and German. Well, I guess that helps for a sense of unity. What's this? I can hear people talking inside. Sonderliches Kaffeebord. Cakes of all shapes and sizes lie scattered across the table. It truly is impressive what the women of this town can come up with despite the strict rationing. Torben is holding a plate with an abundance of cakes staked on top. You! The start of all my troubles. Careful there, Torben. Oh, he splutters and coughs for a moment. You, yes, you. Sorry, Gerda, didn't see you there. How are you? There's still crumbs in his beard. I can't stop staring at them. Mention the crumbs. You've got a little something there. Oh, by the devil. Sorry about that. And that's why beards are unhygienic, because there's always something stuck in them. I heard about what happened to Anders, that poor kid. I never thought, also really don't recommend the beard rash you get if you kiss people with beards. Like, yeah, no. Look, if there's anything I can do for you, you just let me know. And I know people always say, oh, if they take care of it and it is softer. You do get it the first times around anyway. Sure, your skin gets used to it, but also it basically happens because of bacteria that's in beards, and I don't care how fucking much you brush and oil it. It still contains bacteria to a certain extent, so I don't know. I'm not a fan, personally. Thank you. Here, why don't you have a piece? He awkwardly extends the plates of cakes towards me. Sure, thanks. I take whatever I can get. These are rough times. We should take what little we can get, especially at the dinner tonight. Though I'm surprised the factory job didn't sour Mr. Westgard on the whole thing. It does seem like a lot of damage. Sure was. It's going to take weeks to clear that mess. Bad news for the old man, good news for me and my truck for once. Of course it's going to have to wait a day or two. No point in rushing it. Weather's only getting worse, better to take care of things while you can. But I guess the old man wants to let the Germans have a stab at it first. But now, if you don't mind, these cakes aren't going to eat themselves. Torben, did you just stuff a cake into your jacket? What? Well, maybe just one. No, not for me, of course. For some friends who can't exactly come out right now. You know the type. I should talk to Jacob. Jacob in here. That's Mrs. Iverson eagerly checking with her neighbor. Come on, give me intel. And did you see Westergaard's daughter waiting outside? Apparently she's waiting to see that German lieutenant of hers. In front of a church full of Danes? These young ones really have no sense. Oh, Gerda, you poor dear. I don't mean you. Please don't worry. Wow, how comforting. Damn. Okay, let me see if I can have a look around here. Because I always feel like there's maybe stuff that I can pick up. I could go around the whole church, but I think this is a dead end. Yep. Yeah, but then the other side is going to be a dead end as well, probably. It's not going to let me go around the back of the church, I think. I'm going to try, but... Yep, nope. I don't know why I can even get in here then. Please tell me I can get out later without having to run the Reinhardt. No Bibles. Psalm books, well worn and well used. One of the books is lying dejectedly on the ground. Put it back. As I left the book, I noticed something's been scribbled on the inside of the cover. They bind us hand and mouth, but they cannot bind spirit. Brave words. It's time more people started believing them and took a stand. I put the book back. There we go. Safe and snug. Man binder aus paar Mund och hand. Oh yeah, that's the Danish version of it. He wears a confident stance, eyes gleaming with something dangerous. That's the innkeep. Morning, Mrs. Larson. Making a bit of time for God, eh? I'll leave for aloneness. What? I'm chatting, just a bit of banter. And here for your own business. It's Sunday, time to rest, eh? Will you be coming to Vesselbad's banquet tonight? Well, it seems like everyone is. Half the town, I guess. The old man had to special order quite a few goodies. Let's go with it. Your network can't be that good. Ha! No, not quite. Had to call in a few special favors from Copenhagen. Seems those fellows were more than happy to send things Westergaard's way. Eager to make a connection, I think. They're starting to set up in the town market too, eh? And I'm sure talking about them loudly in an echoing church is the perfect way to get a leg up. Meanwhile, our latest guests aren't exactly docile like chicks, are they? I'm gonna ask how Sophia. How should she be? Scared, of course. Though that little bear is keeping her busy, not like those two resistance birds. They won't stop arguing about some old farm north of town near the river bend. She wants to go, he doesn't. She does back and forth all day. Never knew that Peter would be so timid. It's like he and your under switch places. I never knew. Oh, trust me dear, a busy man is better than a dull one. Keeps things lively. I wonder you're not married, sister. You're one to talk. Where exactly is the line of women at your door? Okay, I'll leave you to your squabbles about everything. Ooh, I still have some things to read, I forgot about that. Which of course is no way to beseech a man of the cloth, and one in my state least of all. Right, but after the Kaffeebord? Which brings me to my next point. Oh no. Looks like Jacob is busy talking the ears of some townsfolk, and there seems to be quite a queue. Perhaps I should try to come back later, after I talk to some of the other people here. But I already talked to everyone. What are you saying? No. I already talked to everyone. Harold? That can't be. For a moment I thought... No, it must have been my imagination. Step out of it, Gerda. Oof. I've talked to everyone. I don't want to talk to Reinhardt. But I think I have to. His face crunches into a contemptuous frown as he takes a puff of his cigarette. I'm not gonna get past that though. I can't believe I have to follow this dumb pup around town all day. Ah, Frau Larson, so we meet again. Have you come to seek absolution from the big man upstairs? I'm afraid you'll find heaven quite empty these days. Did you tell anyone? Pardon? Oh, you mean about that little unfortunate incident we had last night? No. And I trust you've kept everything nice and quiet on your end. It sure would be a shame if people learned the truth about the law-abiding Frau Larsen, breaking and entering into her own workplace, pocketing medicine for our own use, acting as an accessory to murder. No! You're just as guilty as I am. If you and Peter hadn't been there, then the doctor, his blood is on your hands. Perhaps so. But what is another body to defile? At any rate, I hope that yesterday's events have taught you to help the right people. Who knows how much worse things will go if you don't? Maybe you're right. I'm just gonna keep playing that card. Because, yeah, I need to get out of the minus with them. It's a burden being this ahead of the curve, you know. If you want me to put some of this foresight towards helping your dear imprisoned Anders, come see me at the market this afternoon. I'm nothing if not forgiving. Well, it depends what he wants. He's definitely still not giving my shit. Gathering information on Sunday Mass. Yeah, I had to talk to him. He was the last fucker I needed to talk to. Ooh. I don't know how many days this game is. And there's still the DLC as well. He looks eager to speak with me. Gerda, my child, I've heard the news. Poor Harold. He was such a dear friend. To think that he has departed his earthly plane. I always imagined that it would be the first of us to go. They were probably school friends. Surely that request I made of you has nothing to do with this dreadful business. No, do not answer, my child. Of course it cannot have. I declare it cannot. Now let us speak of other matters. You look like you have a question for me, yes, but perhaps we could speak somewhere more private, like the confessional stand? Why, of course, follow me. No? Okay. We're talking graves. His eyes are sparkling with conspiracy. Oh god, why out here? What's in your mind? Please tell me everything you know about Mr. Vestergaard. Mr. Vestergaard, but why? He's a powerful man with connections. He might be able to help Anders. I have to try and convince him. I'm afraid I do not know much more than yourself, child. The banquet tonight will be a treasure trove of information, but you must not attend empty-handed, my dear. The more we know, the better. Precisely. Mr. Vestergaard should be your first point of interest. I suggest you go around town and see what gossip you can uncover about that old profiteer, and then share it with me, of course. Of course. We're siding with the priest, even though I'm very anti-Christianity. You'll be able to connect the dots better than me. You flatter me, child. I'm merely a humble servant. With a lot of points from me. Oh, before you go, there's something I'd like to ask of you. Our friend from the south is eager to find a way to Sweden. Could you stop by the inn and see if there's a way to help? I would attempt it myself, but I fear my presence there would be too conspicuous. Of course. She needs our help more than anyone. Indeed. It is not an easy time. Good luck, child. I look forward to hearing what you've learned this evening. Okay, well, I'm starting to even out the scores. Because end of the day, that's where, that's how I need to do my
Looking
choices.
at the congregation, I couldn't help but see our little town's fraught past. The effects of changing hands between nations lasting for generations. The gravestones at the church, including my family's, attested to this history. In better times, our differences and the injustices of the past were forgotten over Sunday cake. But now, they smouldered just below the surface, ready to combust.
Oof. I mean, the middle one is definitely true. But I think the bottom one would probably... This is going to give me
The scars of our
insight.
history were still too fresh to ignore.
I think.
The town would be divided for a long time to come.
Yeah, exactly what I wanted, because I had 0 scores in that. Dun dun dun. I'm really gonna need that insight. Oh god.
Reinhard has offered to look after Anders if I help him with something. I wonder what it could be. The
Yeah, that doesn't
soldiers
sound
and
good.
workers here might be willing to tell me something about Mr. Vest.
I can still go back
The
there though
assistants
later.
could be valuable allies in helping to save Anders. Reinhard has offered.
Well, let's just hope I can do at least this. Well, I should probably be able to do second one, but I'm gonna have to choose between the inn and the factory. Well, Well, but it did say, because I need to gossip about the factory, which I would get at the factory, of course, but if I can get some at the town market, while, well, for once helping, or not, again helping Reinhard, I should be able to find out something. Oof. All this business is quite dreadful. There's Reinhard. I can't believe he still wants my help after what happened last night at the clinic. He must be desperate. And apparently I'm desperate enough to take his offer. I wonder what he wants. There's no backing out now. Yeah, great. Thank you. Well, if you want something from the clinic now, I don't particularly care. Well, looks like the good nurse made it after all. Werner, give us a moment alone, would you? Me and the lady need to have a word. Yeah, I don't care if he doesn't trust his men. He doesn't seem to trust anyone. What do you want from me? Straight to the point, eh? I'll get right to it. Your dear Anders is meeting with the inspector tonight. Real nasty piece of work, that guy. Only he's a real particular too. Doesn't like it when things don't work just right. Like, say the lines. Quits real easy. You help me out here, I make sure there's a problem with the power just when they get started, eh? Fine, what do you need? Simple, Lawson. I got a meeting with some folks, potential trading partners, you could say. Only, I don't know much about them. Want to make sure they are who they say they are. What do I have to do with this? Plenty, assuming you want to help poor Anders. These folk ain't exactly talkative, I got no dirt. That's where you come in. I know how small towns work. Fellas come from out of town and everyone starts looking, starts talking. I'm not a spy. Oh, don't be so dramatic. I'm asking you to be a gossip, just a spy. Not a spy. Just find out what the townsfolk know about these guys. See if there's something I can use. Do you have anything for me to start with? There's smugglers from Copenhagen who do business with Germans. What more do you want? Oh, and Larson, try not to draw too much attention to yourself, eh? Great. Is that Tolban? Tolban? Yeah. The fabric of his coat seems much too thin for his kind of weather. Ah, Gerda. What brought you to the market? I want to learn more about those new people in town. I want to learn, yeah. It could be useful with, well, you know. Let's risk it for the biscuit. Nope, no chance. Do you know anything? Never knew you to be so nosy. Do you really want to get involved in all that? Sometimes it's better to know less. I think it's worth the risk to help Anders. Fair enough. Unfortunately, I don't know much. Gerda said they came in on the Zealand train last week, probably from Copenhagen. Fancy types going back and forth to the capital like that. I've only been once my whole life. I'd like to see the city. Did she study somewhere? Abendra was a nice place to study, but I bet Copenhagen is bustling. True enough, but I've got some more errands to run. See you around, Gerda. Apparently they're from somewhere up north. Bah, I already know these smugglers are from Copenhagen. This town needs to get better at snooping. Okay. Give me a chance. Jesus. I had bad luck, okay? She's busy cleaning up the stall. Ah, Frau Larsen. I'm afraid I haven't got much to sell for you on a Sunday, unless you're here for something else. Know anything about those new merchants? I'm just a bit curious. That should be fine. Yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that. Drawn too much attention. I'm just a bit curious. Those fools? They're going around telling everyone they're tallow dealers. I spend my life around livestock, and I'll tell you one thing for certain. Those men haven't. Never trust a farmer in a suit. Exactly, it's unnatural. I'll see you around. Well, it seems they go around pretending to be tallow salesmen. A smuggler with a cover. Who could have guessed? Find me something I can actually use. How did you start dealing with them? Usual way. They let slip that they're looking for a German contact, and I do pride myself on my availability. Where do you care? Thinking of becoming a smuggler? Never. Wasted potential, but let's get back to digging. I know. I'm trying. Hallo, Buchhandlung. Können Sie mir bitte weiterhelfen? She's staying outside her shop, taking in the fresh winter air. Oh, Gerda. It's lovely to see you. Well, with all the goings on. But I'm afraid my shop's closed today. Is there anything I can help you with, dearie? Have those new merchants been here? Goodness, why do you care about them? I'm just wondering if they're worth knowing. Okay, good rolls. Well, I suppose it never hurts to follow a lead, though the rumor mill sure is flying around those two. The way I heard it, when the girl from Esbjerg left for Switzerland, you know, Irza's friend, they were the ones who got her papers to get through Germany. How'd she afford that? Sold her for inheritance. At least that's what I heard. No small price. Thanks, Hilda. Rumor has it they were able to get someone papers to Switzerland. Papers to Switzerland, eh? Now that might be worth my time after all. Oh, how so? Don't you worry about my plans, just keep looking. I know. He's put his cap slightly forward, obscuring his eyes. Well, look at this little busybody running all over town. Practically beat me to the market even. I've only been here 5 minutes. What on earth do you have to do here? I'm looking for some new trading partners. What's this, Gerda? You don't trust me anymore? I'm aghast. Who else could you possibly want to trade with? How about those new guys in town? Fuck. Out of towners? Goodness, Gerda. I may just be a shady purveyor of questionable goods, but at least I keep it local. What would people think? Ah, shit. Come on, I gotta get lucky one more time at least. He's smiling around the market, his cheeks flushed from the cold. Ah, Gerda. I was just seeing if the store had any extra stock of our hidden little doves, but alas, there is nothing. The Lord continues to test my devotion. What has brought you? The town seems full of gossip? Oh, indeed, indeed. So many new rumors are floating about these days. Come on, I have good numbers. Thank you. Come on, give me something to use. Well, who can resist some scintillating details? I must admit these men have been the topic of constant chatter. It seems their interests are not so banal as I might have hoped. The talk is that they trade in weapons, machines of war, and that there is a stockpile somewhere near the border which has piqued their interest. They've certainly got grand ambitions. Stealing from the occupation may be no small feat. A feat from which you'd best keep your distance, my dear. Okay, is that enough? Found out anything interesting? It seems they might be looking to get their hands on some German munitions. Ah, so that's what they're after, eh? The less I know, the better. Smart move. In any case, they have something I want, I might have something they want. I say we have ourselves a little chat. My contact has informed me about the meeting point. Follow me. Why me? Why do I have to? He's grinning from ear to ear. This can't be good. God, I hate small towns like this. Barely any action, just a bunch of pig farmers. Oh, and I'm sure where you're from, it's great. It can get a little dull sometimes. And again, I'm just playing low, more than a little. This place has less action than a nunnery. He's not wrong, but we kind of like it that way. At least compared to you guys being around. How much longer do we have to stand out here in the cold? I don't want to be here either. Could have fooled me with this relaxed pace of yours. Didn't realize I wasn't a summer stroll with an aristocratic lady. Who am I, Mr. Darcy? You've had pride and... What? No, it's just an expression. Liar. You're fucking kidding me? Where are they? Here I am, just standing around the square, waiting for something to happen. This reminds me of Spain. And no, I will not elaborate on that. Oh, for Christ's sake. I mean, it was 2 more people over here. But I guess I can't talk to them. Old Carl, he's groaning to himself. Well, if it isn't Tingler's favorite daughter. What brings you to this dry, empty excuse for a market? Can't be the booze. Just walking about. Mrs. Iverson. Her mouth is a tight line. I don't want to attract attention, obviously. Oh, look at our beautiful market gather. It's crawling with germs. I can barely stand being here anymore. What brought you out in the cold? Oh, nothing. I'll see you around. Maybe that helped. The girl, she can't seem to keep still. What are you doing running around the market, sweetie? Just looking. For what? Stuff? What kind of stuff? Stuff. Okay. Sure. I guess there's one more I could do, but I don't want to risk it. Did a nice job back there, nurse. With any luck, this is the start of a lucrative partnership. Now let's go meet this industrious countryman of yours. I'd rather not. And I'd rather not stick my neck out for your husband. Let's go. Fine, fair fucking point, I guess. Whatever fucked this up, though? Is there anything over here? Because I saw the mailbox. Yeah, nope. Nothing I can get my hands on. Now let's go. The things I'm dealing with. Smugglers should be here any second. You ready? Let's wrap this up. Now, when these fellas get here, you just sit back, understand? Works for me. Just let me do all the talking. Yeah, no, I'm staying the fuck out of this. I guess we wait. Guess we do. Oof. Where are these guys? Never trust men who rise on time. Okay. Guten Tag, du bist Reinhard? Oh Christ, is that supposed to be German? Reinhard, yes I am. R-E-I-N-H-A-R-D-T. I didn't realize this guy could barely speak German. Is he making fun of us, Wilstop? Used to say, these Germans have a peculiar sense of humor. You, ma'am, do you know what this man is saying? I'm going with two. He wonders if this deal's worthwhile. Well, that makes two of us. What are you two talking about? Look, Larson, here's a new job for you. Translator. Ask him if you really got papers for that woman who went to Switzerland. Ask about papers. Did you really help a woman get documents to reach Switzerland? Why, ma'am, something like that would be illegal. It would take an impressive individual to procure such documents in the current climate. I can only hope people think of me with such esteem. We are but simple businessmen, of course I understand. But tell me, does this Wehrmacht friend of yours really have access to German guns? Guns? He wants to know if you can get the guns. Of course I can. How do you think your resistance friends got their hands on German guns, eh? But down to business. These fellas seem like they're worth dealing with. My guess is we've got a few details to iron out, but nothing unsurmountable. We can't be seen talking out here for too long. Let them know we can talk more at the banquet. I see you at the banquet tonight. You can work out the details then. Until this evening then. Auf Wiedersehen, Herr Reinhardt. Auf Wiedersehen. Well done, Larson. Don't worry about your husband tonight. The inspector will barely lay a finger on him. Say, if you want to continue this beneficial arrangement of ours, I could use your skill set as a translator for tonight's negotiations as well. If you decide to attend, come find me. I guess I'm gonna have to. Remember, Gerda, you're doing this for Anders. Well, because the resistance is not helping him, so I have to help him in any way I can, while also trying to get Esther and Sophia out. Those are my priorities. I'm studying with the resistance, but I'm also not risking my neck for them.
They danced around the system, skirting guards and checkpoints, making papers disappear and reappear as needed. They moved vast quantities of goods throughout the country, but along the way they hurt people and endangered lives. Reinhard was eager to work with these smugglers from the north because he knew what they could offer, and I, in turn, knew what he could offer me. Was it worth the price? I disagree with that one. They did what they needed to keep their business going. And I did what I needed to help my husband. At least I did it for the right reasons.
Yeah, I figured that was inside. Good, good, good. I have a good account. I hate having to make decisions based on that, though. I just want to follow my heart. 1 p.m, so this is the end.
I should visit Margit. Maybe she can reveal what her father is up to.
Yeah?
The soldiers and workers here might be willing to tell me something about the resistance.
I'm gonna have to go to the inn first. I need to make sure Sophia and Esther are fine. And then I can start thinking about the other stuff. I don't know, I don't trust Margaret per se. She's with Wolfgang. I don't know who else would have that ring. The lady of the inn? I don't know. Oh god, yeah, I have so much reading still to do. Ah! Did I forgotten? Oh god, my stomach is all tied up in knots. I'm really not looking forward to facing Peter after what happened last night. Will they even let me inside? I guess I've got no choice but to find out. Yep, but let's first check on folks. So we have Lever, leader of the local resistance. Much of her remains a mystery. Evident that she cares a lot. Speaks of freedom camaraderie. Urban intensity is almost scorching. It draws you in, but also serves to keep you in arm's length. She seems to prefer it this way, while Nazis would appear to be her fiercest enemy. There's likewise little pity in her heart for opportunistic industrialists such as Westergaard. Clearly not. I mean, they tried to blow his place up. Esther, Jewish mom who's trying to get son and her daughter to safety. Seems she's been hiding in northern Germany, though her Bavarian accent suggests that she's travelled much further than that. Both clothes shoes are ragged. I can tell from the expertly sewn stitches that she has tried her best to keep them as neat as possible given the circumstances. The daughter is a quiet little thing of 5 or 6, keeps close to her mom. Innate curiosity. 2 of them appear to have been on the run for years. Cannot imagine the trials they've been through, which is why I'm helping them. And then we have Niels, innkeeper's younger brother. He recently returned to town after having suddenly left for the big city around 7 years ago. Many rumors about what he might have been up to during that time, but I'm quite sure that it must have something to do with his current profession of smuggling goods. Yep, this is probably for Mr. Westergaard. Oh no, actually, don't I have Westergaard somewhere? Husband, father, Sparrow, Inspector, Inspector's son, asshole, Jewish mom, Charlotte, widow, Harold. I'm sorry, you died. I'm good with them. Yeah, so facts. Oh god, yeah, there are a few. So the Danish resistance. In the first years of the occupation, the resistance movement in Denmark was scarce. After Germany broke its non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union in summer of 1941, many Danish communists joined the resistance effort and thus became one of the first groups to commit organized acts of sabotage against the German occupiers. Later on in 1942, more groups began to organize. Towards the end of the war, when the tide began to turn against the Germans in earnest, there was another surge of people who joined the efforts. These were called the Last Days Holy People, so 3 waves of resistance. The persecution. We know, as long as Denmark maintained its cooperation policy with the German occupiers, the Jewish part of the population were protected against the persecution, which they would face in many other countries. However, when this policy broke down in October 1943, a statement was issued from the German occupiers that all Jewish people in Denmark would be rounded up and sent to concentration camps, probably the ones with the best survival chance. However, this information had been leaked to the main rabbi, and the country managed to send most Jews across the channel to safety in neutral Sweden. But I will say this because of the current climate, being critical of Israel is not being anti-Semitic. The Gestapo were infamous for their interrogation methods, which involved brutal torture of their captives. Resistance groups realized that the numbers would break eventually, and rather than ask them not to, they instead instructed members to try and to hold out at least 3 days before revealing what they knew to give the rest of the group enough time to scatter. The Sundaries Kaffeebucht. A wealth of tradition in the region is the concept of bringing a lot of cakes to a shared table. The tradition was popularized in the years following the German victory over the region in 1864, as the Danish found that they were not allowed to gather for political meetings, but there was no rule against gathering in order to eat cake and drink coffee. A true kaffeeboard is a spread of 21 cakes with a minimum of 7 kinds of soft and 7 kinds of hard cakes. Damn, the rules. But this is a song that I saw. The song Man binder aus paar Mund och Hand, don't come for me, I don't speak Swedish or Danish, was a very popular ballad during the occupation years. It was written in 1940 for review, with the original title being Det Gerda Krieg och Kärlek. It's about one love, okay. As the original text was clearly anti-fascist in its sentiments, the occupation forced the songwriter to censor it. Even in its censored form, however, it still managed to contain a message about freedom and resisting the German occupiers. Yeah, I was going to say it was the BBC. Danish soldiers in World War I. During the First War, Sonderjylland was still a part of Germany. This meant that the Danes living in the region were conscripted into the German army and forced to fight for a country that they did not consider their own. In fact, many hoped that the Germans would lose the war and that Sonderjylland might be returned to Denmark in the aftermath. A total of 30,000 men from the region were sent into battle. Around 2/3 of these are presumed to have been part of the Danish population, and roughly 6,000 of these men died in the war. 30,000, that's like half our capital here. The BBC, the British Broadcasting Corporation, was a valued source of information for the Danish population during the war. For the entire duration of the occupation, it never became illegal to listen to the BBC. This exemption was owed to the country's special status as a state that continued to remain sovereign. However, from the first days of the occupation, the Germans nevertheless tried their best to scramble the incoming radio signals and hinder any messages meant for the Danish population. So, there we go. We're up to speed. Oh boy. Old Carl. Man, the old drunk. And there's Mida. Just a moment, I'll be right. Ah, Gerda, it's you. I suppose you're here to see the others. Well, go on then. They're out back. She cocks her head in the direction of the kitchen. Yeah, I know. Let's talk to the town drunk. Usually not necessarily the worst idea. Hey, what are you looking at? Okay, clearly in this case it is. A few papers stuck to it. Mrs. Dahl is now taking new students to learn the piano. How quaint. More paper. It's a recipe for stewed cabbage. Seems quite ordinary. Alright, one last deep breath. It's time to face the music. Quite literally, probably. Yep, but we can't just gather. You're back. Peter tells me you didn't show up at the clinic last night. What? You didn't tell her? No, I'm sorry. I just couldn't. How is your man doing? Pain expression crosses Peter's face. He's gotten worse. Oh no. Is there anything I can do? Yeah, well, the pastor came by and talked to him this morning. I think he lifted the poor bastard's spirits a bit. Oh. He's in the next room if you'd like to take a look at him. Oh, before you do that, I need to talk together for a spell, of course. I had better go prepare for our next move. Come see me when you're done here. Hey, Gerda, join me over by the truck, will you? Mm-hmm. An orange peel, a sweet citrusy fragrance lingers in the air. How on earth did they manage to get their hands on this? Well, that's what I want to know. Okay, so nobody's talking. His fingers are idly drumming on the metal frame of the truck door. You didn't tell her what happened? No, I didn't. I just want to forget that we ever went to that fucking clinic. Fuck Gerda, I didn't mean to do it. You've got to believe me. But if the damn Nazi hadn't been there, if you hadn't... It was a mistake letting you get involved in all this. I think you should go home. No, wait. What, Gerda? Give me one good reason to trust you. You need me. We need each other. I can help you and the others get information from the rest of the community. If you're going to get Anders out, we need to stick together. Then what the hell was last night all about? Why did you go alone? I didn't want to hurt anyone. That was foolish of me. Please, Peter, can't we put this behind us? Anders needs our help. God damn it, fine. Maybe you're right. Maybe we can give you another chance. Just promise me that you'll... We hear several of the boxes set the truck topple over. What the hell? Who's been hiding in there? It's that boy again. He stares at the both of us, his eyes are white with fear. Then he attempts to bolt to the side. Shit, hey! Well, you're staying here. Peter grabs the boy and slams him violently against the side of the truck. Oof. Let me go, let me go! What are you doing here? Let me go, you traitor. Stop squealing and answer a question, you little shit. What are you doing here? I don't have to answer to you. Now let me go, or I'll tell my father. I'll tell everyone where you're hiding. Oh, you think you're smart, huh? Hiding in my truck, spying on us like you're some kind of bloody Nazi detective? Fucking hell, this is bad. What are you going to do to him? Well, I can't very well let him scamper off now, can I? Look at his uniform, the boy's a damn Nazi. God damn it. Why did you have to come here? Peter's hands are inching towards his pocket. Peter, wait, what? His father is a Gestapo officer. Are you serious? He's much more valuable alive. Heinrich, stop it. Nobody needs to die today, as long as this nobody doesn't do anything stupid. Heinrich stops struggling and slumps down. You'll make sure they don't hurt me, right? Of course. Yeah, he's way too valuable as an asset. What the hell is... Levi's face turns pale as her eyes settle on Heinrich. Chief, I swear I didn't. He was hiding inside the truck. I have no idea how he got in. What's going on back here? I just heard... Who is that boy? Why is he... She takes a sharp inhale. You brought a Nazi into my inn? No, we didn't, Mida. He was hiding in the... Calm down, Miss Engelund. No, don't tell me to calm down. You can't keep that boy in here. Let's be sensible. He's already seen too much for us to let him go. Were there any customers in the bar? No, only old Carl. Did he hear anything? No, he was drunk as a fiddler when I left him. From experience, I'd say he hasn't heard a thing. Good. That means we're the only ones who know about this. I mean, being the town drunk is good cover as well. Peter, tie up the boy until we figure out what to do with him. I'm on it. Miss Egelund, let's talk. Esther is eyeing Heinrich nervously. Are they going to keep him here? I think that's the plan. They never stop following you, do they? Mama? Ach nein, Sophia, what are you doing out here? Get back into bed. Is she better at least? Somebody died in order to get that gold penicillin. Honestly, I don't care what they do with the boy. He's busy tying Heinrich up with a rope. There, that should do it. He ain't going to be running off anytime sure. Did you really have to hit him? All his hollering was bound to draw attention. These walls may be thick, but they're not exactly made of steel. Fair point. Risking both my livelihood and my life for you lot. I won't stand for it. I want him out of here. Can we bring him somewhere else? You want to sneak a Nazi kid around town while he screams bloody murder? That's not going to work. The boy knows the inn is helping the resistance now. He knows about the smuggling. If we go down, you go down too. She scoffs and puts her arms across her chest. Well, what are we going to do with him then? We can't just sit around and drink tea all day. I'll figure something out, Mida. You can count on it. You'd better. Yeah, I think those were the best answers. Gerda, come see me in a moment. There's something I want to talk about. You and the rest of the world. Okay. Let's check on them. Yeah, I was supposed to check on Kessa. Oh my chats, how many times do I have to tell you? When I tell you to stay somewhere, you need to stay there until I tell you it's safe. I'm sorry, Mama. How are the two of you doing? I'm fine, but my little girl is getting worse. I'm sorry, I couldn't do more. I hate to ask any more favors of you. We want to get out of this town as quickly as we can. If you come across any information regarding a possible means of transportation, please let us know. I mean, there's Tolban. There's a low humming sound coming from behind the door. It's locked. Yeah, well, apparently I can't look at him, so... What do you want? What a mess. You wanted to speak with me, yes. Peter says that you're friends with Vestergaard's daughter. I assume that means you'll be attending the Old Profiteer's party tonight? Why does that interest you? We've received a tip that's too good to pass up. A citizen sympathetic to our cause is planning to deliver valuable information at the banquet. Clearly Peter and I can't attend ourselves. He's not a member of our organization, but he's dependable. However... Despite your refusal to help us at the clinic, it might be better to have someone like you there. You are, after all, a woman of the people, aren't you? Opinions are divided. Peter tells me that your Danish and German heritage is invaluable, that it lets you glide between social circles. We could use someone like that at tonight's event, but I need to know, can we trust you? You didn't come through for us last night, but maybe something like this is more up your speed. If you help me, I'll help you. She breathes out a sign is quiet for a moment. Well then, Lawson. We look forward to your contribution. That's fair. I think that's very fair. I'm not doing shit for free. I'm not risking my neck. I'm not risking my husband's neck. He already fucking risked his neck for them.
At the front, soldiers shoot at other soldiers. In the air, pilots bring down rival airmen. And on the sea, sailors hurl volleys at enemy ships. But here in Tinglove, our resistance had been forced to capture a young boy who would reveal their whereabouts. It's hard to see what else they could have done, but my stomach churned at the sight of an imprisoned child. Was it right to hold him like this? The boy was old enough to have chosen his ideology, and old enough to be held accountable for it. Hate could not go unanswered.
I hate having to go with that, but it is quite true, because I know that their Boy Scout variant was like attacking tanks and stuff and ratting people out as well, so they're definitely not innocent. Second one is a tiny bit true, so I mean, just brainwashing, but also... Okay, so what am I gonna do now? I
I've been told that Leva will be carrying out a mission here today. If I go and help her, she might come to trust me more.
Uh-huh.
I should visit Margaret. The
yeah, I don't care about Margaret, but...
here might be willing to tell me something about Mr. Vestergaard. What sort of secrets is he hiding?
Fuck it, but I need to go there. This is the most important, because I've been made to understand that I need some dirt on Vestergaard in order to have him help my husband. But it's not even guaranteed that he's going to be able to do anything. Especially with the Germans having a file on him already. So yeah, the Northern Farm might have been better, but... Also, I'm carrying so much shit around that I haven't used yet. When is that coming in? Darn, my tire's getting low in air, just what I needed. I'll have to give it a few pumps. Good gracious, what on earth was that? It sounded like it came from the factory. I guess I'll find out soon enough. If Westergaard is up to something, this factory is as good a place to look for clues as any. Yeah, by the sound of it. Is that inside or outside? That looks like it's inside. He looks weary and weather-worn. State your business. I need to think of something so he'll let me in. I'm here to see Wolfgang Holz. Do you have an appointment scheduled? No, but I... The lieutenant is a very busy man. If you don't have any business with him, I'm afraid I can't let you through. I suppose I don't have any other choice. Fine, it's Herr Reinhardt here. He seems to perk up hearing the name and smokes knowingly at me. Strange company you keep, Fräulein. You should be in the guard quarters. You can enter it through the western courtyard. You'll have to go through the assembly hall. Mind the rubble. Time to dig up some dirt. Patched walls. Sturdy wooden planks have been put up to reinforce the wall. Oh my, that must have been some explosion. I doubt I'll be able to rebuild this wall until spring. Not with the weather we're having. I should get inside the factory. I thought you said west, but okay. If I can just walk through the gate. Yeah, I see what it means, but you have to go through there. Let's go. Oh, damn. Brr, there's a draft coming in from the ruined side of the building, although I suppose they have tried to patch it up a bit. Yeah, a bit. Sweat is dripping from the furrowed brow. Excuse me? Now what do you want? Can't you see I'm busy? Can you tell me about what happened? He scoffs. What's to tell? Some saboteurs infiltrated the factory and planted a bomb. End of story. There must have been a reason. Everything's got a reason, but I'll be damned if I know why they hit this place. By the time I got here, the fire brigade were already busy putting out the fire. What were the guards doing? Shouting mostly. They were carrying boxes out of one of the depot rooms upstairs. Heh, never seen them do so much grunt work in my life. What was in the depot room? I can tell. Couldn't tell yet. We don't handle whatever is in that depot, and we don't talk about it either. I need to get back to work. It's hardly a smoking gun, but it's starting to look like Westergaard is up to something after all. What could the Germans be storing here? Weapons? Workers' desk, screws and small instruments littered table. So this is where it all comes together. This is where all the guns come together, I guess. Okay, nothing over here, nothing over there on that shelf. Her eyes keep drifting to the guard as she assembles the radio in front of her. Oh, they're making radios? I'm sorry, I can't talk right now. I have to finish this before my next break. Is everything alright? Yes, everything's fine. This is a fine job, but I just wish that guard over there would put away his gun. It makes this place feel like, you know, one of those prison camps. I'll see if I can do something. Oh, would you? My German isn't the best and he doesn't seem like the patient type. Okay. Let me look at that shit first. Filled to the brim with thick woolen blankets. At least the fabric is of a decent quality, though I'm sure the workers would have preferred some paid days off. What do you think you're doing? Those are for employees only. Hands off. Carefully surveying the room. He narrows his eyes at me as I approach. What can I do for you? About the gun you're holding. What about it? It's upsetting some of the workers, so I'm carrying it for protection. We need to be ready in case one of those saboteurs decides to come back and finish the job. If that offends a few of the workers, then so be it. Well, let's try the strike approach. Nice. Because that means I don't lose anything. What? I overheard some of the workers talking about it just now. Apparently they feel that the guards are contributing to a hostile environment. It seems to be gaining traction, so perhaps it would be better to show them a little goodwill, no? Alright, you may have a point. I'll lower it. See? Now get moving. I have a job to do here. Fuck yes. So, what do you say, lady? Oh, thank you. I can't believe you actually persuaded him. Here, take these radio parts. They're quite valuable. Fuck yeah. Thank you. Awesome. We did good. We did good. Wait, how? Oh, I have to go that way. I'm like, how the hell do I get out of here? Yeah, I can't get up there. Fair enough. The criminal inspector, so he's the one behind the commotion, and Wolfgang is standing right next to him. I'll need to speak to him alone if I want him to tell me anything about Vestergaard. How am I gonna do that? He's throwing nervous glances in the direction of the Gestapo officer. I can't believe they're letting him fire guns so close to civilian workers. It really is an outrage. Shh! Keep your voice down. What if they hear us? What are you doing out here? Oh god. 1 hour break, thank you very much. I didn't mean to interrupt. A bit late for that now, isn't it? Well, speak up then. What do you want from us? Jeez, you're peeing your porridge. I'm just gonna ask what do you think of Mr. Vestergaard. Is this some kind of trick? I think he pays my salary and that's that. And if you don't mind, our break is ticking away. Dang it. I didn't want to risk. Now, how about that, Holz? Care to try? See if you can beat that score? With all due respect, sir, I think we'd do better to save our bullets. Lethargy dulls the mind, Lieutenant. We must keep our wits sharp and our weapons sharper. Our weapons are not our only tools, sir. Our arms give bite to those other tools, mark my words. One day you'll stand face to face with the outlaws that sabotage this factory. And you'd best be ready, I know I shall be. Hey, you there! Ah, he's looking right at me. What are you standing or gawking there for? Frau Larsen, what brings you to this neck of the woods? I'm here to see Lieutenant Holz. Oh, well, that's a relief. The wife of a suspected saboteur prowling around a crime scene? That certainly invites questions, don't you think, Lieutenant? Frau Larsen, I have certain mutual acquaintances, sir. She must be here to discuss those, isn't that right? Yes, that's right. And to figure out what Vestergaard is doing with so many Nazis at his factory. Well, now that that's settled, surely, Frau Larsen, there is really no need for you to expose yourself to the weather like this. Would you kindly go wait in the break room? I'll be with you shortly. Well, thank you very much. Wildfire Wands, dangerous combination. How much of this stuff have they brought to Tinglev? Let's go. Break room. So he understood something was up. Vorsicht bei Gesprächen. Feind hört mit. Be careful what you're saying. Yeah. She sure is. Locker. Some careless soldiers left it slightly ajar. Is there something in it? Perhaps it wouldn't hurt to take a peek inside. Oh, a piece of paper fell out. It's a letter. Read it. Dear Mama, I hope this letter finds you all safe and sound. News have reached us that the English and Americans have bombed Heilbronn. I'm sure that our little town must have escaped the worst of it. But my heart aches every time I think of you being so close to the fight while I'm safe here in Denmark. They say the war will end soon. I fervently pray that it is true and that we shall all remain safe until then. Words cannot express how much I missed you and the little trolls. Your devoted son, Otto. There doesn't seem to be much else in the locker, just a smelly jacket and some magazines. There's people on both sides, so... Jeez, how much are you smoking in here? Oof, this room reeks of smoke and sweat. Hey you, what do you think you're doing in here? Eddie, soldier, this is Frau Larsen. She's a recent acquaintance of mine. You saw her earlier today, didn't you, when she came to assist me with my business at the market? Oh, right. If you're here to see the commander, I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint you. He's out, probably hobbling about somewhere on that crippled leg of his. The two young soldiers laugh hesitantly. I'll just wait then. In the meantime, care to join us? What are you playing? Why don't you come close and have a look? Depends what you're doing, if you're betting something. Cards and valuables are strewn about. Reinhard smiled bronze as I approached table. Do you play? Not really. Well, there's no time like the present. Boys, you'd better sit this one out. This one's between me and Larsen. What are we playing? 17 und 4. Or 21, I think you call it here. So, blackjack. Are you familiar with the rules? In a second it will be. 17 is a German name for the card game 21, or precursor to blackjack. It was one of the more popular card games played in the German army during the Second World War. Some of the other favorites were social Mäuselchen and Skat. The later contains a very complex set of rules and is also the favorite game of Sonderierland. Well, I mean, if it's a pre-runner, I want some explanations. Alright. In order to win this game, you need to get to 21 or as close to 21 as possible without going over it. Each card is worth its own number. King, Queen and Jack are all worth 10. Aces are worth 1 or 11, your choice each time. At the start of the game, we each get 2 cards. You can then ask for another card to increase your total, or you can choose to stick with what you've got. Remember, the goal is for each of us to get as close to 21 as possible. If you have more than 21 points in your hand, you're out of the game. Now, are you ready to play? Yes, I am. Splendid. However, games like these, they're only interesting when there's something at stake, wouldn't you say? I wouldn't say that. Oh, come now. Surely there must be something you want. I want to have a husband. Ha! Soldier like me can only do so much. Ain't that right, fellas? You'll need a bigger fish to do the heavy lifting to catch what you need. Bait? Something? I missed that. If you win, then I'll tell you something about Old Man Vetzergaard. In fact, since I'm feeling particularly lucky today, whatever you wager, I'll do double. What do you say? I can only offer premium goods. That will do nicely. Müller, deal the cards. My first 2 cards are the 5 of hearts and the 7 of spades. That's 12. I'll hold. Yes, give me 1 more. Oh, thank fuck. This card is a 4 of clubs that brings my total to 16. I'll take another card. Now, last one, do you want to hold or do you want another card? I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit. Give me another card. Oh, this card's a 5. Brings my total. I'll hold. Alright. I have the Jack of Spades, the 3 of Spades, and 6 of Hearts. That's a total of 19. Well, it appears you've won. Ah, I got 2 premium goods. Commandant. We didn't do anything illegal. We were, we were just... Soldat Werner, your break ended 5 minutes ago. Get back to your post at once. Yes, Herr Commandant. And you, Soldat Müller. That stain on your uniform is an absolute disgrace. Clean yourself up for goodness sake, man. Right away, Herr Commandant. The one benefit is to speak fluent German. And you, Unteroffizier Reinhardt. My office. Now! Okay. It seems that everyone forgot about me. Can I go in here? Sounds of heavy machinery are coming from the other side. It's locked. Oh, there's still one other soldier. He's ferociously scrubbing the stain off on his overcoat. I don't have the soap anymore, unfortunately. Gah, I'm just making the stain worse. I'll be with you in a minute, ma'am. Can I eavesdrop? Listen. Yep. Wolfgang is speaking so loud that I can hear parts of their conversation from out here, but should I try to listen anyway? That soldier probably won't notice of the sound of the faucet. I need to hear what they're saying. Yes! Good. I lean slowly against the door frame. Such incompetence. Why, I never... Herr Commandant, we were simply playing a game for a little leisure, harmless. Gambling with my men is certainly not harmless. This isn't some Berlin cabaret. But they sure would like to fix that. You're not an actor anymore, you're a soldier, damn it. That is good to know. Aha, the thespian. So he was lying about Pride and Prejudice. He probably knows some Shakespeare. I spoke to the criminal inspector. He's asking me to supply him with more men. Perhaps you'd be better suited for the tasks he can offer. You can't be serious. What about all the cargo we have to move here? You think I'd trust you with that after all your insubordination? Those resources are far too valuable to the Reich. The cargo again. What is Vetzergaard letting them store here? I expect you to show up at the criminal inspector's disposal early tomorrow morning. You're dismissed. I hear the sound of footsteps. I'd better move. Oh, this was good. He does not look pleased. That stuck-up little bastard. Wait, where's he going? I mean, we're waiting for Holtz anyway. Can I just look around? Photo frame. There's a picture of Margaret. She looks a bit flustered as usual, but happy. I wonder when this was taken. Bookshelf. Tightly packed but very neatly organized. Storm of Steel by Ernest Junger. And what's this in the back? A book of poems and short stories by Ludwig Tieck. The edges are worn. Oh, and there's a lot of notes in the margins. It seems Lieutenant has been taking notes on rhythmic structures. Don't think that's the iambic pentameter, but it's gonna be something. His back cuts a dark silhouette against the dark window. Excuse me, Herr Holtz? What were you thinking, Frau Larsen, sitting with that scoundrel? I'm disappointed to learn that you'd keep such company. I was only keeping him occupied. God knows how he would have swindled those poor young boys if I hadn't stepped in when I did. Lieutenant's eyes turned mellow. If that was your intent, you really must forgive me. Well then, is there anything I can do for you? What do you think of Mr. Vetzergaard? What a strange question. I respect him, of course. He's a pillar of the community. What a polite answer. Almost too polite. I worry for Margit. I don't want her to get caught up in anything unseemly, but she knows where her father's ambitions could lead. Please, you must tell me if Vestergaard is up to something that might upset the occupation. I must admit I have my concerns about Vestergaard. He has been most cooperative with the Reich, but his other associations leave much to be desired. And the Nazis are starting to wonder about him. Maybe I can use this. But it would be terrible to accuse I can read. The man without having any concrete evidence. Now I have some paperwork that I really should be getting to. But perhaps we might see each other at the banquet tonight. Farewell. Farewell. I should go see if I can find Reinhard before I leave. He seemed quite upset. Perhaps he'll be willing to spill some secrets. And off we go. I would definitely aspire at this point. Can't get into the fucking door. I didn't find a key anywhere, so... I don't know what I'm supposed to do. There's nothing there. Oh, there we go. Pissed off guy. Come on, you son of a bitch. Offered to light a cigarette. Thanks. Again, I don't necessarily want to piss him off because I need the guy. What happened? The crippled bastard reassigned me, made me the Gestapo's permanent servant. Says that my particular skills will be better suited to the methods, that they'd be able to keep a better eye on me. Fucking hell. Those people give me the fucking creeps. I'm sorry. Well, he's not going to stop me from earning my fair share. See you around. Wait, you still owe me. Right. You wanted information, right? Well, it might interest you to hear that your good friend Torben Gellup has been shipping goods for the esteemed Mr. Vestergaard on the down low. Torben has been shipping goods. Okay. Hey, I didn't ask for dirt on Torben. I wanted to know about Vestergaard. Oh, there's dirt there, right? You just got to dig a little. Alright, well, I'll be off. Need to enjoy my last moments of freedom. And Larsen, these Gestapo types, you know they shoot more than just bottles. Tread lightly around Vestergaard too. Your snooping is bound to ruffle some feathers. Thanks. Don't mention it. At least I know Vestergaard is up to something. But how is any of this going to help Anders? Well, it's like a puzzle we need to put together. Oof. There's so much going on. And it sounds like... Yeah, I'm not allowed to...
This factory had come to represent so much to so many. To its workers, it was employment and security. To Nazi sympathizers, it was a testament to the value of cooperation. And to the resistance, it was a monument to greed and corruption. The bricks had taken on meaning, and their destruction was a direct response to that meaning. If there was any truth to be found here, I hope to find it.
I mean, yes. Yeah, but less than this. Also true.
I had
Let's go with
scoured
that.
the area for clues, but something told me that there was much more to be found here. Collaboration was a messy business.
Yeah, because I figured this was gonna give me insight. So that's good. Also, hi Yodo. He's also lagging somewhere. I do have a lag command. Okay, we're done with that. Whoa. Guess it's banquet time.
I need to convince Mr. Vestergaard to help free Anders. If he won't offer aid, then who can I turn to?
Yeah, but they don't trust him either, so... Oh god, something
There's
again
something.
on the way. Please don't tell me they're stuck there still. I feel like this banquet's definitely going to be the main event of the game. I think? I don't know how long it is, but I don't know how much more could be done there. Okay. Isn't that old Herr Braun? What's he doing out here all by himself? It's almost dark. There's something with the tractor, by the looks of it. He's shaking his head, his eyes fixed on the tractor with a steady glare. Well, I got 2 premium goods, I just don't know what they are. Those goddamn louds. When I get my hands on them, I swear I'll... Hello, Herr Braun. Oh, hello, Frau Larsen. Say, have you seen any Danish thieves around here? How would I tell if they were thieves? Oh, never you mind that. Give me a hand, will you? It will do me good to know there's still some decent folk left in this country. Sure, how can I help? That's the spirit. All I need you to do is start the engine while I have to look at it from the other side. Now, don't worry, this should be real simple. I've already readied it, so it should be no trouble for a young lady such as yourself. All you need to do is pull the handle here. Got it. Good, let's try it. A mighty piece of new technology. Are you ready? You're ready. Now turn it on. I'm gonna pull it hard. Is it working? No, try again. Pull harder. How about now? Nope. Pull harder! What? Jesus Christ almighty. Is everything okay? His finger's bleeding. Ugh, cut myself on the edge of one of those darn screws. Oh no, how unfortunate. Yes, well, don't trouble yourself, dear girl. It will take more than a bitey scratch like that to fell me. Now, where did I put my handkerchief? Ah, there it is. It looks really dirty. Where are my medical supplies? It will have to do. The old man finishes wrapping my handkerchief around his finger. There, good as new. What happened to the tractor? Why did it go off like that? Someone must have sabotaged the engine. How? They might have cut a wire or put something foul in the fuel tank. I'm not sure the tractor will recover. It cost me a fortune, it did. When do you think it happened? Well, it went missing a couple of days ago. Stolen. I'm sure it's one of Herr Mortensen's and his ilk. That family's always snapping at my heels like a hungry pack of wolves. And yep, here he comes. Having trouble with your tractor, old man. Speak of the devil. What are you doing here? You good for nothing loud? Just passing by? Oh, don't try to act all innocent. I bet you're the one behind this. You always were a bully and a thief, even as a boy. What are you blabbering about? Don't think I've forgotten that you and your ruffian friends stole apples from my orchard, and you wouldn't even eat them whole. You would simply take a simple bite and leave them all to rot on the ground. What a waste. Once a thief, always a thief. That's what I say. Now confess. I don't know what you're talking about, old man. I've been at work in town all day. You can ask at the store, they'll tell you. But I do hope it was someone in my family who did it. You deserve it, after what you've taken from us. Pah, don't you start on that. My ancestors laid claim on this farm long before your grandpa even drew his first breath. So you keep saying, but my family knows the truth. There's no use talking about the past. Well, I don't expect you to understand, Frau Larson. You're much too young and starry-eyed. The past is not so easily forgotten. It's a vital part of our identity, our culture. And besides, if the farms can't produce enough goods, then someone down the line will starve. It's hard enough to make ends meet with both of my sons off to war, and you damn Danes are too stubborn to help. And why should we? You only sell to Germans anyway. Mark my words, old man. When this war ends, we'll take back what is rightfully ours. What, are you threatening me on my own property? I won't stand for it. Why, I've got a mind to report you to the authorities for that kind of treasonous behavior. Okay, 4 and 2. The Gestapo will not offer justice. I'll just say that. What? I had such good numbers and they still... Yeah. They might arrest him even if there is no evidence. Serves them right. And what about my tractor? Who's going to pay for the repairs? That's not my problem. Now I've got some place to be. Farewell. I should get going as well. The festivities at the manor will no doubt be starting soon. Yeah, I tried to help. I obviously get it. And they're kind of both right in a way. But in a war there's no winner. Not really. Not 100%. It seems that the entire town has arrived for the banquet. This is my best chance to see if he will help. I have to convince him. Examine the fountain is solid frozen. This seems so much bigger when I was a child. Margit and I even tried to use it as an ice rig. Okay. Seems to radiate elegance, I think is what it said. This damn car is starting to remind me of a hearse. Now I might as well scratch it. Whoops. It's just a scratch. Nobody will know. Nobody will know it's me. Plus, if it's snowing out tonight, nobody's gonna see it anyway. Right? Right. Nobody will see it. Nobody will know. German opera. Welcome to the Westgard Manor, Mrs. House. May I take your coat? Yes, please. I mean, it would be weird. Well, didn't you look nice? Excuse you? Ah, Gerda, I'm so glad you were able to attend. I know you might not be in the mood for revelry at the moment, but this will be a great opportunity to convert Mr. Westgard to your cause. I hope he'll be able to do something. Here's Tinglass, the most prominent citizen. If anyone can bestow aid, it is him. And here's a glass. Follow and welcome. Can I offer you refreshment? Yes, thank you, Joanna. Blending in. The liquid makes my throat all warm and fuzzy. What about you, dear passer? Ah, that's very kind of you, but I'm afraid champagne is too prickly for my throat. Well, I don't suppose you might be able to procure a hot toddy? Certainly, I'll ask in the kitchen. Is that coffee with whiskey? Is that what that's code for? I don't know what it is. Remember, however, that Vestergaard enjoys a good sparring match. The more prepared you are, the better. He's just in the dining hall now. See if you can catch his ear. Well, if there's nothing else here I can look at. Okay. You're about to sit down. There's Mr. Vestergaard. I'm afraid Mr. Vestergaard's in the middle of a private conversation. If you'd like to speak with him, you'll have to wait until dinner. I believe Mrs. Margaret is in her room. She's expecting you. Fine. Is that the old fucking drunk? He looks out of place with his rogue features and dirty hands. Well, if it isn't our little translator, I'd love to chat more, but if you'll excuse us, my associate and I are in the middle of discussing a private matter. Private, whatever. Christ, everyone's just shut me down. Fancy door. I can hear paper rustling on the other side. This is the door to Margaret's room, but it's closed. Knock. Oh my, who is that? Vera? Father? It's me. Gerda, goodness, what are you doing knocking? Come on in, silly. I don't fucking know. Woman. I'm nearly done here. What are all these papers? Oh, these papers. I'm worried Father has gotten himself into something messy. I've noticed a few inconsistencies in his accounts, though nothing really explicit yet. But enough about that. Goodness, am I glad to see your face. There are so many people out there. Danes, Germans, Nazis, smugglers. I feel as though half of them are ready to thrust a knife into the other half. Your father sure brings people together. Oh, you know Father, he's never been choosy about his company. As long as there's profit to be had, why, I wager he'd be happy gallivanting with a swamp toad. I must admit, events like these always, make me a bit nervous. There's so much pressure to make a good impression. There are a lot of prying eyes. And a few too many of them belong to the Gestapo. They do send shivers down your spine, don't they? And an aspiring writer doesn't need her material. I'll be out shortly. At least people seem to be enjoying themselves. I would be too if it wasn't for... Oh, of course, this must be such a distraction for you. Have you had any luck speaking with Father yet? No, he seemed wrapped up in a conversation with that Gestapo officer. Father has been keeping unusual company lately. I worry that he's up to more than the usual. Mingle until dinner. You might be able to gain more information about what he's doing. Then I'm sure Father will be free to talk. Okay, well, you said something about papers. A jewelry box? Picking out jewelry for the banquet? Oh, that, not quite. I'm afraid one of the maids might have taken something. A ring, a necklace. I can't find them anywhere. A ring? Stahl mentioned someone leaving a ring with him. Could anyone else have taken them? I don't think so. No one else really comes in here. Well, except Wolfgang. In any case, I'll be out shortly. Go mingle. Okay, so it could be Wolfgang as well. I don't think she's gonna tell me anything. Oh. Oh, look what's going on here. Stahl. Ah, Frau Larsen, you made it after all. This is quite a manner, don't you think? A fine example of what can be done when a person chooses to cooperate with the ruling power rather than... Well, you understand. Why, we just approved Vestergaard's purchase of some foreclosed farmland north of town. It's quite a collection he's building up. Okay. Thank you. That will be most helpful. Okay, so we have a pool table. These two again. Damn nice house this is. Of course no one gets a place like this without bending a few rules. Heard this old fellow's factory was supposed to be a park, only he made some papers Disappear. Smart man. Brick and grass. Okay. Yes, everyone is feeding me some info. Good, good, good. I'm making good use for once. That's Wolfgang. It's nice to see you socializing, Gerda. I'm glad you're not treating your husband's treachery as a scarlet letter. We cannot allow ourselves to be punished for the sins of others. There's no need to self-flagellate and seek absolution, like your cousin. It seems she has become quite devout as of late and speaks with the pastor often. I'm not sure what to make of it. Okay. It shouldn't be long before dinner's ready. Oh god, there's so many people. Were you again? She looks bored, not impressed with the party. Girl, yeah, it could be. The amount of people. Now let's talk to Charlotte. Something seems up here. Gerda, what a lovely dress you've got on. I'm so glad you can make it. Can you believe the size of this place? It's no wonder Westergaard has enough money to buy up all those farms north of town. Though I guess it's only a rumor. Let's try this. Well, well, look, you showed up in her fine evening gown. You'd almost think your husband wasn't rotting in a jail cell. I'm surprised they even let you in. Of course they did. I supplied damn near half of this party, not that anyone here cares. You'd think some of those soldiers would appreciate it more, especially that Wolfgang. Doubt they had caviar down on the African front. But he doesn't like to talk about that. Whoops. Okay, well, at least I didn't lose anything. Dinner's being served. Everyone please find your room. To the dining. Your way to the dining room. I suppose it's time. Bless her heart. Ah, there's our final guest. Please have a seat. Then we can begin the feast. Fine. How am I supposed to handle all of this? I'm glad you could all join me this evening. It is vital that we Danes and Germans can come together to celebrate our shared values and history. Both those of us native to this region and our esteemed visitors from abroad. Keyword visitors. Through cooperation we grow stronger. Through adherence we grow more secure. And through industry we shall grow more prosperous. Now let us drink to our coming good fortune. I think you mean your fortune. And raise a glass to our friends from Germany. I'm gonna have to drink, I think. Now let us see what Vera has spent all day cooking for us. Like, rebellion and all of that is all nice, but not if you're literally sitting face to face with the people you don't like. And you see, that's why Hitler said it was inevitable. There was really no other way for the situation to resolve itself. Oh, that's ever so insightful, Herr Stahl. But what if the moderates had managed to form a coalition sooner? Then the party's victory might have been delayed. I hardly think that likely. Well, perhaps we'd better hear the opinion of a neutral party. What say you, Frau Larsen? Oh, for fuck's sake, leave me out of it. It could have turned out quite differently. I'm sorry I wasn't listening. I think Stahl is correct. It could have turned out quite differently. Is that so? And what do you base this conclusion on? Now, Herr Stahl, the young lady has a point. If just a few people had made different choices, we could be having quite a different conversation right now. Then I am glad those choices were not made. Might I suggest another toast in the name of the glorious Reich? Here, here. I have to drink. Liquid courage, I've got the perfect buzz right now, okay? So I'm not drinking it. And my Frau Larsen here is the perfect example. She has proven to be especially devoted to our Reich and its brave soldiers these last few days, despite considerable personal obstacles. Loyal to the Reich? What's gotten into her? She should remember where she came from. Speaking of the Reich, how are the recent military campaigns going? Well, the spring will see our armies better mobilized. Didn't you serve in Africa, Wolfgang? How was that? Africa, yes, Africa was difficult. I lost many comrades, many friends. Oh, darling. But we fought well and gave our opponents bullets to remember us by. It was quite a blow to hear of Field Marshal Rommel's passing in the fall. He carried us through quite a difficult time. Germany's running out of good generals. I'm afraid I must agree. But with renewed vigor we will win this war. There are certainly many grand dramas unfolding in this war, but I'm happy that our little town is playing its part, both in manufacturing and in receiving so many refugees from Germany. Here, my countrymen are most thankful for the Danes' accommodating nature. Why, just in 2 days' time, many displaced Germans will be passing right through your station. It is a good thing our little Tinglove is rather quiet. Give or take... Let's say this. There's even time to find religion, isn't that right, Charlotte? Ah yes, she's been joining me to discuss matters of faith. Not faith in the Reich, I assume? Oh no, of course not. Good. There seems to be too much doubt these days. Your husband, Frau Larsen, is a prime example. Just yesterday he was given an opportunity to help himself, and instead he chose to give us a fake lead, to send us on a wild goose chase. Needless to say, there were repercussions. Herr Stahl, what the devil? Herr Stahl, I must speak with you. Then speak, soldier. In front of all these people? Go on, spit it out. I'm not sure. Out with it. It's your son. He's gone missing. We don't know anything about it. My son? Yes, sir, for some hours now. Right, well, if you'll all excuse me, I clearly have some business to attend to. Bye-bye. Not gonna have to deal with you again. Well, that was unexpected. I'm sure the rascal has just run off on one of his infernal adventures. Indeed. Another drink to ease the tension? I'm not going to drink, because it's going to be too much. And what about you, gentlemen? Herr Westergaard has informed me that you're businessmen from the north. Surely you have found Germany's productivity beneficial to Denmark as well? Yes, our business has done quite well in recent times. Quite well indeed. This dinner is taking forever. I need to speak with Westergaard. Perhaps it's time for a digestif? So eager to have the dinner over already? Very well, I suppose we've been sitting long enough. Though in truth I must attend to some business in my office. Please all of you feel free to mingle while I am away. Oh god darn it. I guess that's leftward. Yeah. Westergaard disappeared before I had a chance to speak with him. I'll need to go to his office. The dinner dragged on far too long as Saul was whisked away with the news. Is Jacob doing his thing? She's looking around for someone to talk. Well, I'm gonna listen to some gossip first. Oh, Gerda, it's so nice to be at an event with dignified people, though it's a shame Stahl had to leave early. I do wish Mr. Westergaard hadn't filled out the rest of the guest list with so much rabble. Have you seen that Mida floating around, drinking up all the booze? She's just having a good time. Too good if you ask me. It's no wonder she has to water down her own stock. Probably drinks half the product herself. There you are. Oh, fuck me. Listen here. Me and these fine Danish fellows are looking to have a chat. Only the room's a bit too crowded for comfort, if you catch my meaning. Get rid of those two down there, then you can translate for me, eh? Might be something in it for your husband. And by the way, I saw that Torben dope wander into the library. Doesn't seem like the reading type. He must be up to something. Just don't let him gum up my business. For fuck's sake, because I need to get my hands on Torben as well. I need to get these guys out. His cheeks are coloured in frustration, or maybe it's just the wine. Listen, buddy. All I'm asking is if you ever get, gifts. Why would you people at the checkpoint give me gifts? They're feeling generous. Then maybe you're feeling generous. You see what I mean? Can't you discuss this somewhere else? Ah, Frau Larsen, the young man was just telling me about some Danish traditions, I think. Christ. Hey, so look, I'll have to talk to some other people before I can get them to leave. Ah, great. I can't get to him. So let's talk to Torben. Don't remember where the library is, and I don't know if there's direct access from here to there. Well, this is definitely not the library. Oh, I can't get through here at all right now. Margaret, she seems more relaxed about Wolfgang. Yeah, sure. You do your thing. So this is the entrance hall. Gerda. The boy seems antsy, eyeing up all the adults passing by. Sure, kid, but... Teller, he looks sleepy as though he's had far too much. Frau Sommerfeld, she's laying the books on the shelf. I have time. What is it about the books? This party is like something out of a mystery novel. So many different people, so many rumors. Did you hear that Vestergaard is supposedly supplying resistance groups? I'm not sure I believe it, but wouldn't that be something? Okay. Psst, Gerda, there you are. You saw me before I saw him. I'm glad you're here. I need to talk to you about something. Lever sent me to retrieve documents for the resistance. Whoever our secret informant is must have dropped them off by now. The documents are supposed to be somewhere in this room. In the library? Christ, keep your voice down. But I can't exactly rummage through these books with those two here. Mida is one thing, but your dad ain't exactly a rebel. Can you get them out of here, please? I think that Reinhard bastard has been looking for you too. Best to avoid him. You tell me. Sorry, Dieter, but you and your party friends can't have your meetings at the bar. Your inn should be honored to host such patriots. What reason could you possibly have to deny a meeting of the local volunteers? The bar's too small for starters. Could you take this conversation elsewhere? Mäuschen, perhaps you could convince Mida to let my guard volunteers into the inn? Don't count on it, old-timer. For fuck's sake, I can't get anyone to move. For the last time, the inn can't host your meetings. I'll have to find something to draw attention from this room. So, something in this room. I think I had too much pork. You did. You ate all of it before I even had a piece. I had to. Mama said the Mikkelsons are getting rid of the butcher's shop. There won't be any more pork. You dingus, the shop will still be there. Some German family bought it. Oh. I don't know what to do. I'm running out of time. Shit. Really are by the book. I have to talk to some other people. I don't know. It's too vague. How the hell am I supposed to draw their attention? These two are just talking with each other. Talk to the boy, but that's not gonna help. Lady, how come none of the adults want to give me any beer? You're a little young to drink. Well, my papa's been drinking since he was a kid, just like me. Still does, just not as at Miss Mida's core anymore. Says she waters down the beer, and he'd know. Papa's an expert drinker. Okay, but is this something I can use for her? I don't think so. No, still same. For the last time, the inn can't host your meetings. I'll have to find something to draw their attention. I can't. I'm out of options, really. Why would I talk to the others? Damn it! This is already. I'm already feeling like I need to restart this. hell of gossip. I'm just gonna have to deal with them. That was certainly a lively dinner, and well executed by Vestergaard, especially given the rumours I've just heard. Rumours? It seems he's been helping various resistance groups, although never very openly. It seems he wants to improve his reputation once the war was over. That's enough chatter. I should see if I can clear people out of that room and reach Vestergaard now. Gossip girl. Gossip with several attendees. Yeah, but how? You've never just let someone through what, the checkpoint? Please tell me you have something more interesting to talk about. I heard a rumor about your sister. People are saying the beer in the bar is more water than beer. Oh, come on now, Gerda. You know me better than that. Me? Sure, I'd thin that stuff out till a glass got you to Gothenburg, but she's better than that. Who could have told you that nonsense? Charlotte said she'd heard it somewhere. That busybody. I'll have to go clear my sister's name. I suspect I should join you, to make sure things do not get out of hand. Oh, so now we have that. About time last night. I thought these idiots would never leave. I'm starting to think you enjoy stirring the pot. Can't help it if everyone's irritable. That's the spirit. I'll keep it short. Too many years at this party. These fellas here have an interest in German guns. I happen to know that old Vestergaard is storing some of the for the Germans right there in that little factory of his guns, but it's a radio factory, which is why the Germans hit them there. Why do you think there's so many guards put around that place? And it's not just guns they're keeping there. Ammunition and explosives too. I knew there was something fishy about those crates at this factory. Been playing detective, huh? Tell these fellas I can get them the guns tomorrow night, a truck's worth. He can get you a truckload of guns, I said so. And what price does our German associate want? What's the price? Papers to somewhere neutral, South America if they can manage it. Tired of winter, eh? And the Führer, and the cheap schnapps, and all these damn questions. Yeah, we know Brazil has a huge population of Nazis. Now let's iron out the damn details, eh? Okay, let me deal with this. Did you translate that part about the hair in the ID photo? For the 10th time, yes. No need to get irritable, but that's a loss of it. Tomorrow night we're off to the factory for a bit of shopping. These boys get their guns, I get my papers, and your husband gets to avoid a beating. Winners all around. Now if you'll excuse me, I've got an edge to even out. You've been of great assistance once again, ma'am. Good evening. Thought, what's that noise? Ah, I think I found it. Well, what does it say? It looks like, good lord, Vestergaard is storing guns and explosives for the Germans. And they're being shipped south after tomorrow. Weapons? The old man has weapons? Explosives are just what the resistance have been looking for. Lever's going to want to hear about this. Well, the whole town certainly will if you don't keep your voice down. Knowing her, she's going to hit the factory before the munitions are moved. Oh, so these were the people who wanted to move, I think. And not Mida. So I did everything right. Oh, didn't mean to startle you, Miss Larson. You're free to speak with Mr. Vestergaard now, though I wouldn't hope for much. He's not in a very generous mood. We'll see about that. He looks so powerful behind his desk. I'm positive he can help. I'm that lady. Ah, Gerda. And it's such a lovely dress. Did you sew it yourself? Yes, do you really like it? Of course, my dear. You've always had a knack for making the most out of meager supplies. Opportunities to sport our finer garments are few and far between these days. Though I must say, I think this banquet went quite well, although I did find the pork to be a bit dry. I'll have to speak to Vera about that. Did you enjoy the meal? It was very nice. Finer food than I've had in a while. I'm glad to hear it. I do hope the evening provided you with at least some respite. I can't imagine these last few days have been easy. Maybe there is something I could do to help. Well, if anyone can, it's you. Perhaps one of the maids could pack you some of the leftovers? Or would you prefer a bottle of wine? Oh, a bit of extra heating oil? I wanted to ask you about Anders. I see. Well then, I suppose there's no avoiding the topic. But if we are to speak frankly and privately, this office is not the place for it. As I'm sure you noticed, the walls are quite thin. I fear we will have to brave the elements and speak on the balcony. But first, a bit of schnapps to warm the bones? Don't mind if I do. Cheers. Now then, let's get going. I think she didn't have that much alcohol yet. But I'm not quite sure between the sober and alcoholic options. I don't know. Goodness. This wind cuts right through to the bone. Yeah, it's still brave it though as well. Gerda, I hope it's not too cold for you out here. I'd rather enjoy the crisp air. As I was saying inside, I'm sure you're aware that your husband's predicament is a sensitive subject. The man who arrested him just joined us for dinner, and let us not forget that it is my factory which was attacked. What is it you would have me do? Use your influence to help others. My influence? That is a thing cultivated over many years in an exacting fashion. It's hard. It is hardly all-encompassing. Dealing with the germs requires a delicate touch. I cannot risk moving a finger unless I am presented with a good reason. They are suspicious a lot. They certainly are, and they're onto you. Even Wolfgang has begun digging into your business. Has he now? And here I was quite fond of the young man. Thank you for telling me, but I'm afraid this won't spur me to action. To jump now would only validate their concerns. My factory and my workers depend on a stable relationship with the occupation. Any profits depend on it too? I cannot deny that supplying the Germans is good business. But that's all I am, Gerda, a businessman. There is nothing sordid about a bit of trade. Not even when you're storing weapons? Endangering your workers by housing guns and explosives? I have spare rooms. It would be bad business not to rent them out if there is a willing customer, but I don't concern myself with what my clients keep there. Business requires trust. So you trust Torben then? Enough to have him ferry mail for you under the eyes of the censors? I'm sure Star would love to hear about that. Gerda, is that a threat? Sorry. And what would you tell him? That Torben ferries some mail for me now and then? Who would that hurt more? And would it even help your husband? We should make the most of the opportunities presented to us, which is why you've been buying land? All those foreclosed farms north of town. What do you have in mind? Oh, nothing in particular, but land is a sound investment. It was the bank that foreclosed the land. I'm just keeping it in Danish hands. If you're looking for intrigue, Gerda, I'm afraid you've come to the wrong place. This cold is really getting to me. Fuck. I've got the perfect bus going on right now, okay? Not even a building on illegal land? I hear your factory was supposed to be a public park. If that came out, well, it might make things difficult. I'm afraid it's already too late for that. The factory has been built, the jobs are there, the taxes paid. 10 years ago, such aspersions might have been a threat, but not today. But my dear Gerda, this conversation has taken on such an adversarial tone. How long have you been friends with my daughter, with my family? Since Margaret and I were children, exactly. You know I'm not a cruel man. Certainly business requires a bit of iron and a firm stomach. But I have not lost my humanity, which is why you're helping the resistance even if they attack you. Now there's a rumor that could cause trouble. When this war is over, I expect much of what I've done will come to light. But a premature reveal would only hinder me, and then I would be of no help to anyone, including Anders. I suspect you came here hoping to get help for your husband. I'm afraid I must decline. Then you won't help? I'm not a magician. I can't just make the cell bars disappear. My power doesn't come from open opposition, dear child. It is carefully constructed, diligently reinforced by mutual obligations. You must get others to rely on you in order for them to do your bidding. But just the same, you have brought many things to my attention, Gerda. And I must say I admire your tenacity. You deserve something for your effort. I'm afraid I don't make a habit of filling my pockets with valuables, but here, these cigars might grease a few palms. I'll take them. You know, I'm actually glad to be rid of them. I can't stand the stuff. But a businessman without a cigar is like a peacock without feathers, and we all have to make sacrifices to get what we want. Perhaps in time you will bend the situation to your advantage. I'm sorry, Gerda, but this is something you will have to manage on your own. I have my own set of problems to deal with. I even made the mistake of letting my daughter get involved with a German officer. Each of us must put our own house in order first. Goodbye. Goodbye. I mean, I knew he wasn't gonna help us. He's way too opportunistic. So that's it. Perhaps it was foolish to expect anything of him, but I can't just let them take Anders away. I can hear laughter coming from inside. I've got no choice. If I want to save him, I'll have to break him out myself. Oh, Gerda, listen to yourself. Break him out. What are you thinking? There's another burst of laughter coming from inside the banquet. You're not capable of something like that. I'm not helpless. I've broken to the clinic to get the penicillin. Look how that went. It will be different this time. It seems there are munitions at Westergaard's factory. I know the resistance is interested in getting their hands on them. They might even use some to break out Anders if I help with their mission. And if they won't help, Reinhardt has similar plans. Oh, Gerda, they're made from different stuff than you. Sterner, harder. Why don't you just give up? You've done more than enough. Isn't that what Anders would have said? I can still do more. Okay, these two were kind of similar in their tone. For him, for this town. Oh, my hands are going numb. I should go home. There's nothing for me here now. Woof. Well, I don't know if I could have turned that around any other way. Based on the options I had.
How strange it was to see such opulence after so many years of scarcity. Vestergaard had gone to great lengths to display his power and furnish the banquet with as much food and drink as the black market would allow. But his wealth fueled his power. He wasn't willing to do anything which would put that wealth at risk. I would have to save Anders on my own. I had hoped guilt would drive him to do the right thing, but it seemed his conscience was not as troubled as mine.
Okay, that's not bad. Damn. Something tells me this is the last day. I'm not quite sure. Hi, Carly. I haven't even had dinner yet.
My head is spinning, but I have to try and get some rest. There are so many things that I need to do tomorrow.
Okay, I think we're playing the night, and then I want to leave it because I can probably finish it tomorrow, hopefully. And there are some other games I'm excited to play, but I do want to finish this. With some games I have a tendency of starting them on stream and then not finishing them, but I don't like doing that shuffle. What time is it? What is that noise? It sounds like someone's in the kitchen. Anders? I doubt that. Open the door. Do we have... well, I guess all the knives are in the kitchen. Whoa, is this the woods out by the lake? Are we dreaming? Are we sleepwalking? Oh, those lines. Anders? Why isn't he turning around? I can't see his face properly from here. Well, considering it's a dream, there probably won't be a face. Oh no. Anders? Gerda, darling, you're here. Come, the picnic is all ready for us. A picnic in this weather? Yeah. Something's weird. Dig in. What a wonderful spread. What was that? Oh, that's a noise that ice makes in winter. Sounds like it's coming from the shed. Should we see what it is? Do you really want to? We've only just sat down. Of course, you're right. You've lit candles and everything. So romantic. Oh, listen, the blackbirds are singing. How peculiar. Because to me that sounds like the sound of underneath the ice on lakes. There it is again. What should we do? Let's just wait until it goes away. Nothing good is on the other side. Wait, how do you know that? Best not to discuss it, dear. Well, whichever. You're right, we don't need it. Sort of. It stopped. Good riddance. No, do you want a sandwich? Here, let me just... Anders, watch out for the candle. Ow, 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 ow. There's candle wax all over my hand. Was it this dark before? I can't see a thing. Anders? Are you still there? Anders? Ah! It's that sound again. Maybe I should check it out after all. Apparently so. Someone wants to be let in. Gerda, this accursed cough will be the death of me. Whoa, we need to see the doctor. We need your help. We need it now. Let us see the doctor. Please just wait a moment. There's too many of them. I need to talk to Harold. You're gonna force me to see that body, huh? Harold, Gerda, do something. Help him. I can't. It's a Gestapo. Open up. We have to go. You have to hide. Open up. No. Where did he go, Anders? What? This is very Life is Strange, because Life is Strange has like this kind of weird dream sequence towards the end as well. This is how you know you're getting to the end. He's dying. He's dying and there's nothing we can do. Look what you've done. I'm so sorry. I have to keep moving. Sorry, Kessa. Mama, I'm cold. Shh, it's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. I wanted to help. Why do you insist on playing the games? She's only a child. Have you no mercy? I can't stay here. Have you forgotten about your father? Don't you trust me anymore? I don't know. I have to keep going. Waiting for Reinhard to pop up. Hello, Gerda. Still hoping that someone will solve your problems? I'm not talking to you. Won't you join me for a bite? Of course, with those hands of yours, you might stain the tablecloth. Look at them. The wax from the candle, it's turned into blood. Oh, isn't it the old Anders over yonder? He's gonna get shot, isn't he? Yeah. Seems the Gestapo finally caught up to him. Oh no, I have to hurry. Yep, this is very much the nightmare I would be having in her situation. Guaranteed. Anders, why can't I catch up? Oh, the blood is rushing in my ears. No, don't shoot. Anders. I'm at home. Someone's knocking at the front door. And they just let themselves in? No. Jacob! Goodness, child. You look as though the Reaper has you in his clutches. He's a fiend whose visits I fear all too often. What are you doing here? I came to bring you fortitude for the coming day, some leftover cakes from the cafe board. I also want to discuss a few things. You seem out of sorts. Is everything alright? Just a bad dream. Dreams have their place, my child. Do not disregard omens from above. We must remember in these trying times to be kind to our fellow men. Case in point, there's a convoy of German refugees heading north from the station tomorrow. A perfect flock for our ducklings to join. Torben has agreed to help procure the proper papers from some resistance members to the north. But I have my doubts about the man's negotiating progress. Perhaps you could accompany him? If I have time. And Gerda, I do not mean to pry into your personal matters. The Lord knows I'm not one for idle gossip. But in times like these, it does us good to turn to family. Consider visiting your father at the station today. I know he worries about you, even if you have your differences. Thank you, Jacob. And Gerda, do be careful today. Stahl has increased patrols following his son's disappearance. But I must leave you now, my child. And for goodness sake, please put on something warmer before you catch cold. We must not be careless with our health. Well, it wouldn't be as cold if you... it wouldn't be as cold if you hadn't asked me to open the door. Sigh. Things certainly aren't getting any easier. I kind of keep forgetting about the kid we kind of kidnapped.
It seemed that the events of the last few days were affecting me in ways I didn't realize. My mind was racing after the choices I'd made, turning over every decision and wondering at its effects. I could feel myself changing, doing things I'd never imagined, and consorting with people I would normally avoid. Was this the person I wanted to be? A person is the sum of their choices, and I couldn't imagine having made different ones.
Okay. There's too many choices. Guaranteed. Yep. I knew that. Well, I'm on zero with him. Yeah, the only... It's so sad, the only one I had on minus is Harold. He just likes smoking and only does it to keep up appearances. I don't know if I can do anything else with him again, but yeah, local radio factory, I think we know everything that's in there. So on that day. So we had 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 3 days. Okay. Wow, we're on the 4th day. And I know that it's, I just looked it up just to be sure that it's 5 days. So I think I'm going to call it there. Because that leaves us with 2 days. Yes, I'm sure one leave. And I'm going to switch. I'm going to put the music back on. Maybe not as loud. Hold on. Here you come. There we go. Then my hands. Okay. I can definitely see people saying that this is the saddest game of the year. Oh god, I played like about 5 hours and I only have 12 out of 59 achievements. I do think it's probably meant to also be replayed because you can obviously make different choices. But I don't always do that with games. But yeah, I don't know. I could consider it, but I probably wouldn't do it on stream. Because as I said, there's oh my god, there's a lot of other games I want to play, and I have to think about whether I want to play them on stream or not. I was gifted another escape room yesterday. I was gifted a horror puzzle game, which kind of reminds me of Dark. And another one where with seaweed. Don't ask me the details. I don't know. But I have all of those. I did finish Escape from Mistwood Mansion with everything. I was gifted Loop Hero by a friend. I don't know. I'm really bad with roguelites, so I don't know if I will play. I did buy the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. I played the demo, but I don't think I'm going to play it on stream because I think it's also very long. Yeah, we might get you some Lethal Company though. I think I definitely want to play The Wanderer of Frankenstein's Creature because I don't think it's really long. But I love Frankenstein and it's going to give me a good chance to talk lots about Frankenstein. Personally, I have not finished Baldur's Gate yet. I'm still in Act 1 actually. But it's always, Baldur's Gate is kind of thing, if I don't have like at least 3 hours, I'm not going to start it up because if I only have an hour, like with save games and fights, it's a bit tricky. Hopefully I can play some tomorrow. Maybe I'll make tomorrow a Baldur's Gate private day. We'll see. Chance of Sinar is definitely something I'm looking forward to. I could play Anno 1800 on stream, but I don't think it's interesting. And there's probably so many more. But yeah, without further ado, let me just quickly see how raid works again. Because I definitely want to raid over, because I think my friend Kizaki is still playing. Let's see. Raid. Can I do Kizaki 07? Does that work? Okay, the raid has been created. Okay, just one person, but let's go. Raiding over 2 years. Raiding over to Kizaki, who is currently playing Dead by Daylight, also has a new VTube model, which is super cute. I'm so excited to go and say hi and see that. And yeah, is usually playing as Survivor, very often as a Stranger Things Survivor. So we're going to see how well they fare against the myriad of Chucky players that are probably out there. So you guys enjoy yourself and say hi, and I'm definitely also still going to be in chat over there.